Yes, yes, yes. It's the Raphie Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And what's the date? The date is Monday, the 20th of November. And you're here at the Boxing Talk with Raphie. And of course, it's a special show we have tried to have at least once per week. And it's called Ask Rick. And that's because we got industry insider Rick Glaser with us. Rick Glaser, how do you do?
No, thanks for having me again. Sorry I missed last week. Had a little medical episode, a continuance of what happened October 8th, but straightened out, and here I am today. So fire away, Rob. Fire away.
Excellente, excellente. Okay, so the name of the show is Ask Rick, and that's because this is where you get your opportunity to do just that. Ask Rick, boxing industry insider. Get your questions in and ask Rick. It's really that simple. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, that's good. The screen is correct. And so let's get straight into this. Hello and welcome to everybody in the chat thus far. And let's get straight in. Okay, so Rick, talk to me about the weekend's boxing. Oh, by the way, folks, I'm going to be eating. I've had a hectic day. I'm just eating dinner now, so I'm going to be eating and talking. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Okay, Rick, talk to me about the weekend's boxing.
Well, let's start Thursday with the co-feature, which was sensational. Navarrete and Kansi Kao for the WBO 130-pound world title. Navarrete, the undefeated champ. And the other guy, the top contender and the gold medalist and all that, had two other shots at world titles, failed both times. And it turned out to be a sensational fight and a draw. And worthy of a rematch. Actually, the decision was the perfect call, because I had Kansi Kao winning 7-5 in rounds. And I had the other guy with the two knockdowns in the 2 rounds he won. So that would have evened up the score. So I thought it was absolutely the right call. They got it right, which doesn't happen very often in Vegas. And it was good. It was a great fight. It was a thrilling fight. And it was a weird fight because after the 11th round, Kansi Kao staggered back to his corner sideways, for Christ's sake. His cornerman had to come out and get him. And then he went out to win the 12th round to preserve a draw. So it was amazing. He had the recovery and the recuperative powers in between the 11th and 12th round to come out and win. And he ended up winning the 12th round on all three judges' scorecards and to gather the draw together. It was really a fascinating fight. You want to know the truth? Not only because it was action-packed, that they got the scores right, that it was that close of a fight, they got the scores right. That fight deserved no loser.
Yeah, I've seen the highlights. It was a action-packed fight. I don't think anybody can complain about that being the main.
Nothing at all. Nothing to complain about it at all,
And Canseco, he got robbed arguably got robbed against the Mexican cat back.
Oscar Valdez. Yeah, I don't think it was a robbery. I thought it could have went either way. He just came out on the short end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then that stood in stark contrast to the main event, Rick Glaser.
Well, the best thing I can say about the main event is that Shakur did not lose the fight. He won the fight in the ring. They had got the scores right. He won the fight. But it was as dreadful as a performance of all time in a world championship fight by both fighters. Everybody's sitting here blaming Shakur. I can't blame Shakur by himself. The other guy didn't know. The other guy was fucking inept. He didn't know what to do. He just kept looking at Shakur. Shakur would step 3 inches to one side and 3 inches to the other side, and the guy'd be lost. And And I mean, he would know what to do. And then another thing is, they were feinting each other. The other guy would jump back. It was unbelievable. It was the lowest amount of punches landed overall by two fighters in a 12-round world championship fight. It was the lowest amount of punches thrown by a champion, and the lowest amount of punches thrown by a challenger. They had rounds that they were outscored 4-1, 7-3. I mean, it was unbelievably bad. It really was. I mean, it was pathetic.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was pathetic. I mean, I can't. If you didn't see the fight, you'd have to see it just for I'm telling you how bad it was. You'd be shocked.
Yeah.
And they were like staring at each other, posing, jump. One guy go to throw a punch, the other guy jump backwards. It was pretty bad. It was as bad as it gets.
I saw it. It was bad. It was bad.
Right. Right.
But
put it this way, yeah, I'd rather smell stinky sewage than watch that again.
Dang. Oh Lord. Yeah, I wouldn't watch it again.
And you know what? I'm a big believer in Shakur, but it's his fault, but it's also the other guy's fault. The other guy was clueless, was totally inept.
Was Shakur fighting with one arm? Because he never threw anything with the
Listen. If that's the reason why he threw with one arm, okay, great. That makes sense. But it was pathetic. It was a bad performance by both guys. And the other guy, like I said, it's his fault too. It takes two to tango, and it's like two guys that didn't want to fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
One guy couldn't, and one guy was glad he couldn't.
But the opponent, he seemed kind of tidy, but he seemed more concerned with moving around than actually attacking. If you got
that's the point. That's the point. You had two left-handed counter punchers. That's exactly the point. That's what happens. I mean, that was a big part of it. It was bad. I mean, really, really, really bad. I mean, I'd rather eat leftover month-old leftover pizza.
OMG.
And like I said, I'm a big believer in Shakur. I think the guy can fight. I think the guy's really, really talented. He could be the next Mayweather, but you got to show some gumption. Holy moly! He didn't show any gumption. The other guy showed no ring IQ.
But let's get this into perspective. If it is the case that Shakur was fighting one-handed, which he was, because we saw him.
Yep.
Could that not be deemed a good performance?
You can't ever call anything about that fight good. And the only thing was good, it was over. You know what I mean? That there's a time limit of 12 rounds, and we it was dreadful. It was absolutely dreadful. I can't think of a fight that was worse, but he did get the win. He picked up $3 million. He got the WBC World Lightweight title, and he goes on to fight another day. And whatever was ailing him, whether it was a hand or a shoulder or whatever what it was, he'll get that fixed and he'll be back to do his thing another day. That's all there is to it. But we need to forget about that fight. That's for sure.
Yeah. A lot of people were disappointed in the fight. I saw it. And it was an instantly, you have some fights that are an instant classics, and you have some.
One guy hit me up on Facebook, and he said, "I'd rather watch my wife knit."
I thought he was going to say he'd rather watch his wife with the pool boy. I was going to, damn, it wasn't that bad, Rick. Come on.
Oh, it was a bad showing.
It was a bad showing indeed. It was a bad showing indeed.
But like I said, it was the other guy's fault too.
Yeah.
It was a weird happening because, like I said, it was one guy couldn't and one guy was glad he couldn't. So it's just one of those things. You know what I mean? It's just it was a very, very bad performance.
Okay, so any other notable performances stateside this weekend?
Nah,
that was Thursday.
Nothing really. What's his name won? Diego Pacheco won. He looked good. He beat Casares. It was good. He showed some guile in the fight.
Mm.
He showed punching power, but he did show a real leaky defense.
Mm. 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 So that was Pacheco.
Yeah.
No relation to Freddie Pacheco, Dr. Freddie.
No, 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 no. That's a common Hispanic name. No,
Yeah, yeah.
no. And by the way, it wasn't Freddie. It was Ferdy.
Oh,
His name was Ferdinand. It was real. People call him Freddie because they didn't look at it real quick. They thought it was Freddie, but it was Ferdy. Ferd.
Ferdinand.
Yeah, Ferdinand. Right. It was Ferdy. It was. People said Freddie but the people that really knew him, like one on one, he was Ferdy, not Freddie.
Never even spotted that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was stateside and inside here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. It's the Boxing Talk with Raphie featuring guest inside boxing insider Rick Glaser. Okay, let's go. Big boys boxing in the building. What we got here? Get your questions in. Lethal Bizzle up in the building. How do you do? 105 punches landed in the whole fight. OMG.
By both guys.
Both guys combined.
Yep.
And let's come over to the UK. This Saturday. I don't know if you saw Nick Ball versus
Dog Ball.
Yeah.
It brought excuse me.
Yeah.
It brought Nick Ball to the next level as a world-class fighter. If people had their doubts about him before the fight, they shouldn't have their doubts now. He beat a solid former world champion that's not shot, and a real game competitor. And my hat's off to Nick Ball. Did a good job. Hello? I don't hear you. Hello?
My bad. I was on mute. My bad.
We know you're bad.
I noticed with Dog Bow, he doesn't move his head off the center line and always extra.
No. A lot of the Africans don't. They rely on being tough guys.
This is not the sport to be a tough guy where you're gonna lose brain cells anyway. Move your damn head, for goodness sakes.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, so that was Nick Ball, and then we have to go to Denzel Bentley. I thought he was winning it. I was watching the fight casually and multitasking. I thought Denzel Bentley was winning. Heaney. But then I heard the commentary and they were talking different to what I was seeing. And they had it for Heaney.
Right.
Did you see that fight?
No, that one I actually missed. I missed that fight. I was a little tied up doing something else, and I never did see the fight. But it was, I heard it was a good fight. Heaney's gonna end up fighting Janelbeck. The WBO super middleweight. Middleweight champ.
Yeah.
And that'll be over in England, and Frank Warren will be promoting that fight over there in association with Top Rank, because Top Rank's got Janelbeck, and everybody will be happy. Everybody will turn a buck. It'll be a great fight. Nathan Heaney's live in that fight. Janelbeck's a little overrated. People are afraid of him because he's left-handed. He can punch a little bit, but Heaney looks like he can give him all he can handle. Bentley went the distance with what's his name and almost won. Right, Janelbeck and almost won, and he can do the same thing. This guy can. I think Janelbeck's a little overrated, guys.
I'd agree. I agree.
Yep.
I saw that fight, and Denzel Bentley, he was with Janelbeck all the way.
Right.
All the way. So.
Right.
So
the fight with that would be a really good fight over there, and a good size fight would be Heaney and Liam Williams.
Okay.
Liam Williams. That would be a real good fight. Real competitive fight and a good style mesh, and it'll be a hell of a fight. You want to know the truth?
Yeah, I mean, you have to give Heaney his credit because he kept on fighting from the start to finish. He kept on fighting. So
Yeah.
congratulations to the fellow.
So I didn't see the fight, like I said, but that's what people said to me. So it's
Yeah.
when I don't watch a fight, I check with other people. What'd you think of it? What'd you think of the fight? What'd you think of him? What'd you think of the other guy? Is the other guy shot? You want to keep abreast. And people were saying to me that Heaney's got a good motor and he's got decent skills, and he was impressive. He was impressive.
He was. He kept on going. I thought the more quality work came from Denzel Bentley, but the volume came from me.
That'll happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought the ring generalship came from Denzel Bentley, but Heaney was outlanding him again. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes all you gotta do is land more than the other guy.
Yep.
Sometimes that's enough. Okay, so that was the top fights from the UK, and so we'll go into asking some questions about things that we never talked about yet.
Fire away.
Yeah. Let's go with Crawford and the IBF. Talk to me.
It was totally wrong. I don't give a fuck what the rules say. If the rule's wrong, okay, you have an undisputed champion they knew he had a rematch clause that was all phony on everybody's part. The other people stood there. He didn't fight him when he had the chance to fight him. Before he was the IBF interim champ, he went that interim route. He knew he had a rematch clause. It was all bullshit. It was wrong. I'm not saying the IBF did wrong because they obeyed the rules, but the rule is wrong. Okay, so they interfere with the interstate commerce of professional boxing is what they did, and I'm telling you, that is the rule's wrong. The guy's undisputed champion. You don't take that away from him. Okay, you set a date. Here's the fight, and here's the date. Now, if they would have went to a purse bid, let's say they would have went to a purse bid right away, and Crawford refused to fight, that's a different issue. But they didn't even do that. They just took the title from him. Bullshit. Complete bullshit. Complete bullshit.
Especially considering how long Spence was inactive with the title.
Yeah, he only defended it fucking in the mandatory once in fucking 6 years.
Wow.
Against Carlos Campos. So it was bullshit.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yep. Absolutely nuts.
Crazy.
Wrong. 100% wrong.
Bruce Boxing Jason Moore say salute, Rook. Say salute.
Thank you, Bruce. How you doing, Bruce? Thank you. Yep.
Thank you very much, Bruce. Oh gosh. Trigger warning. Rick, have you managed to get your 1,500 out of Lou DiBella yet?
It's 7,500 and I'm not getting it. It was in 2010 and I'm not getting it. It was 7,500.
Okay. Why is everything so dark? What do you mean? What do you mean? Why is everything? Are you talking metaphysically? Are you talking metaphorically?
Oh, me?
No, I mean this cat here, Malcolm. He's saying, why is everything so dark? Turn on your lights, Malcolm. Turn on your lights. Pay your electric bill. For goodness sakes, Malcolm. Okay. I'm joking. I don't know what Malcolm's referring to. Talking to the screen. Talking about the screen. Turn your computer on, Malcolm. Sorry, Malcolm.
I see you fine.
Yeah. I'm clear. I'm here, Malcolm. I'm here. Turn your computer on. Okay. Where am I? What was the question I was going with next? Oh yeah. I just asked you about Crawford. Let's go with Ryan Garcia. Comes back to fight Oscar Duarte on December the 2nd. What should we look out for on that, Rick? What should we look out for?
Well, Duarte can punch. He's a serious guy. And if Ryan Garcia is not batting 100% that night, he's not all there mentally and physically, Duarte can take you out. He's a tough bastard. You know, it's one of those type of fights. I was a little surprised that Ryan Garcia said yes, but when you make the kind of money Ryan Garcia makes, you got to fight real guys. You can't fight phony baloney fights.
Yeah.
So, it's a good fight, very good fight. I mean, I do. Is Ryan a tad faster? Yeah, but if the guy lays the mitts on him, lays hands on him, I mean, it's that fight could be Ryan could be on the deck.
Okay. So
It's a
that's
good fight.
Duarte is a live dog.
Very, very live dog. Yep.
Okay.
No joke.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Okay, let us proceed. So Ryan, mind you, that's just hearsay with that story. I know what I want to ask you. Jose Senior wants Crawford to fight David Benavidez and says he's after a payday. Says Crawford
He's not after a payday. He wants to fight what he deems the best fighter out there, the biggest fight, okay, and for the most amount of money and legacy. And that's fighting fucking Canelo. It isn't fighting fucking David Benavidez. That's jack off shit. And Jose Benavidez knows it. A senior knows it. And he's just gonna say, "Oh, Crawford turned us down." He's a jack off. If he knew anything, he wouldn't be letting his other son fight anymore. He's completely shot. Can't walk, talk, and chew gum.
Damn. And talking about his other son.
Jose Jr.
Yeah, his other son's fighting Jamel Charlo on Saturday.
Right, and you let your kid, the guy's a world champ, and you let your kid fight him in a non-world title fight. What is he, stupid or what?
What are you expecting from Jamal Charlo on Saturday, Eric?
I don't know what he's got. I don't know what he's got left. I don't know if he can, what weight he can make safely anymore. He hasn't fought in 2.5 years, so who the fuck knows what he's got left?
Exactly. Who knows? Who knows what the hell's coming? Yeah, and he's not even top of the bill. What's that all about? How are you world champion, not top of the bill? What's going on?
Well, because it's not a world title fight. He hasn't fought in 2.5 years. And why would you have him over David Benavidez and Andrade? I mean, it's a tune-up fight is what it's supposed to be.
So who you got? David Benavidez or Andrade? How you see that?
Neither guy. I think I don't like what I see out of either guy. So I don't like either. I think that I don't think Andrade's got his legs like he used to have to move around a lot, and I think David Benavidez's ring IQ is very low. So it's not a good combination when the other guy's a slick boxing left-hander. So and how much of his legs he has left, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see if he's got punch resistance. He can move around for 12 rounds. We'll see what he's got.
Can Andrade win this fight?
Yeah, he's capable. The other guy's ring IQ is low. So, the one guy's high ring IQ is high and one guy's is low. So the problem is if Andrade gets in trouble, I don't think he's got a big heart. So he's never distinguished showing he had a big heart.
Yeah.
Just by who he fought and who he didn't fight. You know what I mean?
I tend to agree with that. There's a question mark with the heart.
Yeah.
So after an impressive knockout victory over Caceres, is Diego Pacheco versus Edgar Berlanga?
That ain't happening. That ain't happening under any circumstance. There's not enough money to go around.
So that's a non-starter.
Non-starter. It ain't happening. Anybody that thinks it is mistaken.
Sorely mistaken.
Yep.
One guy who wants it is Eddie Hearn. He said he wants Berlanga versus Pacheco in 2024.
Well, I mean, it ain't happening. Not enough money for both guys.
David Benavidez sounding very confident. Very confident indeed.
Well, he should be confident, but in the meantime, is his ring IQ is low, and the other guy's a slick boxing southpaw. And if he's got his legs, he's going to give him trouble. If he don't have his legs anymore, I don't think he is what he is, Andrade. But I don't think much of either guy. So
okay. So Jerron Boots Ennis is asking the question. He says, "Is Terence Crawford willing to face me after Errol Spence?"
no, because there's no money in it. Who would do that? There's no money. What's he going to make? 4 or 5 million? He just got 15 million to fight Crawford.
Dang.
Why? And he beat him. Why? I mean, beat Spence. Why would he go backwards?
Yeah.
There's no money. Nobody knows Boots Ennis except the hardcore fight fans. Can't put it on pay-per-view. What do you got? You don't have much.
Yeah. There's no money in it. Do you think Crawford is wary of Boots?
No. Crawford's got balls down to his ankles. Believe me, he wants to fight Canelo because he thinks he can win.
Yeah. Unlike Charlo.
Right. He'll give 1,000. He'll give 1,000% of himself, whether he wins or loses. Canelo will know he's in a fight.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I've asked all the pertinent questions, and I'll go in the chat before we change tact. And I'll go in the chat and see what people are saying, but I want to make sure I've covered. Oh, what else? There was something else. Hold on. Did I write it down? Oh, yeah. Good thing I remember that one. And I think we're changing tact now, so I might as well go with this one. The WBC place. Francis.
Terrible.
In the
terrible decision. Terrible decision.
Why?
There's many guys between 10 and 20 that he can't beat, that he wouldn't be able to beat. And then you put him just in there off a respectable loss. Come on, please. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
What's the logic?
People have seen dollar signs for a big fight with him and whoever. So that's it.
Hey, Rick, why do champions have to pay 3% of their purses to the governing bodies?
Because without those titles, they wouldn't be getting shit. That's why.
What about what's his called? What's Javante Tank Davis? He seems to avoid those belts and keeps his money.
And that's not true. He's got a 135-pound secondary WBA belt. Not true.
Just one. Not loads. Not loads.
No, he won't fight anybody real. He won't fight anybody. Believe me, if Heyman and Floyd thought he could win, he would be fighting those other guys. Trust me.
Okay. Oh, really? Oh, really?
Yes.
So what if I find some youth from the projects, from the main streets over here, and I coach him. I get him some good coaching. You know what I'm saying? And we nurse him along and we guide him nice. Get him in the amateurs. Get him about 50 fights in the amateurs, and guide him nicely. And we decide, he's good, but we just want one belt. We just want one belt.
Well, that's up to them. That's up to the fighter. But the problem is you don't make any real money unless you fight real fighters. So you got to fight the other champions and stuff to make the biggest money. Now, he did get lucky and fought Ryan Garcia, who didn't have another belt. But Ryan Garcia is a mega draw. He's one of those very rare fighters because of the fact that he's got such big social media popularity, including 11 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I mean, believe me, a fighter should be happy to pay that 3%. And if they got 2 belts, 6% and 12%, they should be happy to pay it. Trust me.
So you
They don't
basically
they make more money. They make more money.
more belts, more belts, more money.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you're more respected, and you just beat the other champion. You'll get more money your next fight. Of
Yeah.
course, you'll get more than 12% your next fight. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
Without those belts, a lot of people won't even watch fights without a title fight. It's just a fight. It's not a championship. A lot of people at home won't watch, and that's a fact.
Our people home alone won't be watching that shiznix. Okay, let me have a look to see if anybody's got any questions up in here. Seems like I'm coming up with all the questions, Rick. What the hell's going on?
I don't know. I'm
What the
losing I'm losing my popularity, or you're gaining yours. One of the two.
I don't know. I think they're just complacent, Rick, because they know Raphie's going to come up with the goods and Rick's going to come up with the goods. So they know they just can sit back in the easy chair, pop a can of Miller Lite, and just let us cook, and that's fine. If that's what they want, that's fine. We can do it. Okay, so the question, let's go there then. Okay, let's go there then. Okay, so something has happened. There has been a wind of change wafting through the boxing landscape, and it's the same wind of change, Rick, that I have witnessed over here in the UK. We call it football, you call it soccer. We've seen money coming from a most unusual source, and it's happened in other sports, Rick. Talk to me.
You're talking about Saudi Arabia and all that?
I'm talking about the Saudis.
Yeah, well, it's coming into boxing heavily now, and I just wrote on Twitter as I think that they're not only going to do events like they're doing, I think they're going to buy promotional companies and do shows in the UK, shows in the United States and wherever. I think they're going to start buying people out. They got enough money to buy people out. They might even make the current owners the operators of the company for them. And they might own the companies and finance them and everything else. I think this is going to be a wave of the future.
There is no doubt in my mind that's exactly what's going down. When you see Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren standing,
well, I think because Frank Warren has a couple kids in the game. And I think that they're going to have executive positions with the new company if they do a deal. And Eddie Hearn, I don't know if his ego could work for anybody, so I don't know if he would sell so fast. I don't know if he would sell it because I don't know if Eddie's ego would allow him to work for anybody. He's not that kind of guy.
He's not a worker, man. He works for himself. He's the big man on his campus.
Well, that's right, but also I just don't think he's got the temperament or the ego to work for somebody, take direction from somebody. I don't think he's that kind of guy.
Why should he?
No, I'm not saying he should. That's the point. That's the point. I don't think he's capable either. Two different issues.
Yeah. When you see Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn standing inches away from each other on the same stage and smiling.
Yeah, they believe me, they were told to play nice. They're both making a lot of money December 23rd. They were told to play nice. Frank's the lead promoter for the show. What's his name's in the main event? Anthony Joshua. Believe me, they were told to play nice. Trust me.
Hey, that money makes you play nice, though, Rick. That money makes you play nice.
Right. That's right.
That money puts a smile in your face, Rick.
That's right. 100%.
And I've seen that money make Deontay Wilder finally appear in the same place as Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, no question about it. He's done with Al Heyman shit. Al Heyman's going to get paid some money by Wilder, but it's basically saying, hey, listen, this is it right here. This is where the money is. Heyman can't come up with shit for him. Got no money left. Everything I said about Showtime and PBC and Al Heyman, I was correct.
Came to fruition. It came to
Yep.
fruition.
Yeah, it just took a couple years longer than I thought it would.
Yeah. That's right. But you've been saying it for a hot minute right over here everywhere, but including
All right.
over here
All
on
right.
the
Mm-hmm.
Combat Radio. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Okay, so let's see. Let's go for some questions. Where are we? Rick, do you think Frank is crazy giving Miller a shot at Dubois?
Nah. I don't think not at all. I think that if he wins, he's bigger than he is now. If he loses, he is what he was. So chinny, and not the biggest heart in the world.
OMG. Okay. Is there a health update on Trevor? What the hell happened to Trevor Bryan?
Oh, he's got. He was in the hospital. I don't know if he's out or not, but he broke a vertebrae in his neck.
What?
When he got knocked out? Yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh!
Yep.
I didn't even know that fight had happened. He got knocked out.
Cold.
Oh.
One shot. Colder than a cucumber. Cassius Chaney. I mean, literally cold.
I'm gonna have to pull that up.
Oh, it's exciting.
Trevor Bryan KO.
Yeah, he won't be fighting anymore. That'll be it for him with a broken vertebrae and knocked out, and just not happening. He's done.
Oh my God, Trevor BRY. I've got some missing lettering off my keyboard. I have to guess sometimes which key I'm striking. KO'd. Let's see this. I hadn't even seen this, but I gotta see it now. And you say it like that. Root by Cassius Chaney, yeah? By Cassius Chaney. Okay, let's.
What, you watching it?
I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
I just put the knockout up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh, well, that's just the knockout. Let's.
Oh, it's exciting. It's exciting, especially if you don't like Trevor Bryan.
Well, it's nothing personal against Trevor Bryan, but it is personal. Well, it is a question of holding up belts and and then WBA messing around. But let's have a look at this and what's on my screen there. Let's take that down. Does it really matter? No. Okay. Well, it might do. Let's play the clip. Okay, we ain't gonna have to wait long for it. It happens right now. Let's go. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, let's get most bang for the buck. Let's do it in slow-mo. Okay. Just a left foot. Whoa. That's a big right hook.
That's it.
My God. My God. Wow. Was it particularly good? Was it a
No, Cassius Chaney, just a guy.
Just a guy.
Look at that, how he wound up and boom, and look.
My God. Jeez. We call that flat packed. Trevor Bryan flat packed.
I call him getting left for dead.
My gosh. My goodness. Good Lord. I didn't even remember that the cat was fighting. Okay, thanks for bringing that up.
Neither did anybody else, unless it was his family or he owed him money.
Okay, let's go to the next question. That's better. Health update. Will Saudi run boxing in the future?
Well, it looks that way. They're interested, so they took over golf. They're going to take over boxing next, I believe.
They took over. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But is it not Saudis who own Manchester City?
I don't know.
No, I'm asking the chat. Manchester City in the UK soccer. I think it's Saudis who own that, and they're the biggest club in England now. Might be the biggest club in Europe. They won the triple last year. British Cup, European Cup, all the big cups. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, they're run by Saudis. Manchester United, those are run by the Glazers, Rick, funnily enough, the Glazers.
Yeah, I know.
American.
Their last name is spelled with Z.
Oh,
I'm
right.
I'm S.
You're S, okay.
Yeah, they're not related.
They're not related. I was wondering if they, you're getting any, you're wondering if you was getting any kickbacks from the Glazers, but that's a shame.
No, no.
That's a shame. Okay, so Dolomite says, I don't have no problem with the oil money as long as they keep it legit and make the big fights. Yeah,
Yep.
well, that's what's happening. It's that oil money that's got brought Deontay Wilder to the table at long last.
Yep.
What does Rick have against Eddie Hearn? What do you have against Eddie Hearn, Rick?
I don't have anything against Eddie Hearn, but he always thinks he's the smartest guy in the room when there's a very good chance he's not. And he's come over. He's been a great promoter in the UK for 10 years, but he's never transitioned into a great promoter in the US.
Hasn't transitioned. Hasn't made that transition. Wizard Sleeves asks, has there been a mental health update on any Trevor Bryan fans?
I don't know. That's funny. That's funny.
He was down for a while. Wizard Sleeves is very funny. He was down for a while. Wizard Sleeves.
He was down. He was in the hospital for at least 2 weeks that I know of, and he also was carried off on a stretcher. So and they got surgery. I mean, he's a fucked up guy. He won't be fighting ever again.
Good Lord. Chaney started off well, and Bryan seemed to be coming back into the fight. Then bang! OMG. That's a hazard of holding the belt too long. When a live body gets a hold of you, that's what happens. Toe tagged.
Well, he didn't hold the belt anymore because Dubois beat him last year, and then Dubois lost to Usyk. But in the meantime, he never fought hardly. He fought every couple of years, for Christ's sakes. It's not the way to go.
But that's Don King though, who's in charge of Trevor Bryan.
I happen to agree with you. It doesn't make it right.
No, don't make it right at all. But Don very well. What's the logic? Well, we know what the logic.
Well, he couldn't make any money with the guy. He had to pay him too much to defend that title, and look what happened. You know what I mean? He couldn't. The revenues weren't there to pay him, so he gave him his least amount of fights as possible.
Oh my gosh. I guess Chinese a Don King fighter too.
Yes.
Don knows what's going on. Yeah, we're gonna get into the Saudi card. We're gonna get into that. Just going through these questions. The Emirates, i.e. Dubai, Emirates, Dubai, Saudi. I get you. Same region. Someone become a matchmaker. Aaron Daly asked the question. I think he asked. I remember him asking you this back in the Dizay, but he asks again. It's been a while. How does one become a matchmaker?
Yeah, just you got to learn. You got to know the sport. You got to know the business part of it, and you got to go out and cultivate accounts and fighters and stuff like that. It took me. I really learned it starting in 91, 92, 93. And by the time 93 come around, I was taking off, so it took me about 2 years to really mold into being a matchmaker and stuff. But, I haven't been a matchmaker since I got the cancer in October of 2016. I don't do that anymore. So it's too time consuming, and also that you have to go to the fights, you have to travel to the fights, and I don't want to be obligated that quote, I have to travel.
Yeah.
I want to go because I want to go, not because I have to go.
Yeah, I hear you. Brian was a waste of talent. That guy looked good 8 years ago. but Don King kept him on the shelf.
Question for Rick: What is hard? Is it
Is it
hard to
hard?
find sparring for big? Well, not Abdullah Mason, but Javalev, yes, because he's a big, tall left-hander, gold medalist. Abdullah Mason, you can get the Hispanic kids, the Mexicans and Mexican Americans to spar with him. They'll spar anybody. But Javalev heavyweight, yeah, it's pretty hard, no question. Anybody that's tall, left-handed can punch. It's hard to get sparring partners to spar with them. Yes.
Okay, and the last question in the chat thus far is a question for Rick. Do journeymen make a good living?
It depends how much of their money they're giving away, how much their guy takes. If it's a manager or if it's an agent, advisor, it depends. It depends if they can maximize. They can fight 4 times a year, and they can pick up 25, 30,000 a fight, and they're paying an agent 10%, and they're paying a trainer 10%. Yeah, they can make a living, and they go out and spar in between fights, and they pick up 1,000 a week and stuff. Yeah. They can make a living, sure.
I always imagine Marius Wack makes a good living as a journeyman.
Well, he's a heavyweight, and he fought. You remember, he fought for the world title, and he was on Polish TV for years. So he's a well-known commodity. So he makes more than just journeyman wages. He was a legit world-class fighter at one time. World contender, fought for the title against Klitschko. So that's a little different, he'll in a heavyweight. So that's really a lot different than the straight up journeyman that was never a world contender and never fought for the world title, because he's got a lot of credibility.
Yeah. So there are some people. I think the point I'm making is there are some people who can make good money out there as a jobbing boxer, but not being the top.
Well, this the guy. The next question here from Aaron Daly is, I'm wondering the same thing. Why does Eddie keep bringing these Mexican killers in to beat his UK pro? I don't know. And beat his world contenders. I don't know why he does it. I don't know. I really don't know what the purpose is.
Are the Mexicans cheaper than the Europeans?
Of course.
Oh,
of course. But why would you want to get your fighters licked?
Yeah.
Your attractions. I mean, Warrington, the list goes on and on, right? There's how many does he get? About 10 of them beat in the last 2 years. Come on now. Yeah, the COVID didn't kill his fighters off. Fucking Eddie kills them off with Mexicans.
Maybe some Mexicans getting their revenge on the Brits for smallpox.
Yeah.
Okay. Big Boys Boxing says Jalilov versus McKean would be interesting.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Javalev wipes him off the face of the earth. Simon, hold on. Which McKean? The one from no, that's right. The one from Canada is Keane. Yeah, no, the kid from Australia. No, he wipes him right out. Wipes him right out.
Too much power. Too much power.
Too fast. Too much power. Too ring wise.
Yeah.
The other guy's just a guy. McKean.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, getting to we got to touch on the Tyson Fury Alexander Usyk press conference. I didn't watch it. Did you?
No. Very rarely do I watch press conferences like that. I just, it just, my time doesn't allow me to do it.
Right. Apparently, well, I never watched it either, so we can't talk about that. But how do you feel? What's your feelings on the fight now, post Fury and Garner?
Oh, I don't go by that. Fury never trained hard. He's full of shit. He didn't train for 12 weeks. He probably trained for 3. He didn't have his trainer with him. It's all bullshit. He just didn't give 1,000% in training camp. He looks like dog shit. You see it in his body. He didn't train hard. He didn't eat the right foods, I'm sure. He didn't train hard, and he looked like dog shit. So he'll be 1,000% for Usyk. Trust me.
Yeah. Who do you think wins that fight? Did you got an idea?
Tyson Fury
Tyson
wins a decision
via decision.
Yep.
I think Tyson. I think this Ngannou fight will revitalize Tyson. He'll
Right.
give him a shock. He'll give him a shock. I
Right.
think he's probably embarrassed. He called off the press conference, so he's embarrassed. And I think he's going to come out and look the best that he can look in 2024, the 2024
I agree.
of Fury.
I agree.
So, ironically and paradoxically, I actually give Tyson a better chance of winning that fight post Ngannou than I did pre Ngannou.
I get it. I see your point. That's a very valid point. No question about it. You're thinking properly.
Okay, so let's touch on the we've been a long time, 50 minutes. So let's touch on the Saudi card, the Riyadh season. His Excellency El Turk, he's got them all together, Rick. He's got them all together. He's put Wilder and Joshua on the same card, something we thought might never happen.
Yeah, no, I know. It's interesting. There's no question about it.
It's interesting. Wilder is fighting Joseph Parker. How you see that one going?
Well, one of the two things that are going to happen is Parker. Somebody's going to get knocked the fuck out. I think. I mean, I'm not convinced that Wilder knocks him out. It just depends, really.
Yeah.
Who knows what Wilder's got left? Yeah, after those beatings, he fought Hellenius. If Hellenius was just a punching bag, you know, so you can't go by that. We'll see if he can back up. Let's see if Wilder can take a punch. Let's see if he can back up, because Parker will touch him.
Yeah.
No question.
That's what we've been saying. I don't know. It's almost a 50-50 fight to me.
Yeah, I agree.
We don't know what Wilder's got left. We know what Parker's got, but we don't really know what Wilder's got left. And Wilder's always been hard to quantify, because just the other day we was going through some fighters, and you can connect the top heavyweight fighters, but by the fights they've had. So you can look at Joseph Parker, and you can go to Chisora from that. You can go to who else is there? You got Chisora, you got Dillian White. You can branch off and go to Anthony Joshua. That's just from Joseph Parker. Yeah. And then if it's Chisora, you can go to Tyson Fury. You can go to Alexander Usyk. You can go to, quite a few guys, Dillian White. But when we came to Deontay Wilder, you couldn't make those connections. You couldn't make those connections with top 10 boxers, because he rarely fights them.
No. You're right.
And that's telling. That's very, very telling. Tells you the type of caliber that he has or has not been fighting. Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin.
Good fight. Wallin's he's left-handed, got a good jab, got a high ring IQ, got nice balance. Good. He's got agile feet, and I think it's a good fight.
I agree. Who you got winning and how?
I don't know. I think it goes the limit. I think that it'll be close on the scorecards, slight edge to Joshua, but I think it goes the limit. I think it's a hell of a fight.
Okay, goes the distance. I got Joshua. I agree. Probably go the distance. I got Joshua via points. I just think he's fought the best southpaw heavyweight in the game right about now.
Yeah.
Two times, and I think he must know how to fight a southpaw by now. Must know. Right. We got Big Baby, or as I call him, Big Belly Miller, has come back into the fray against Daniel Dubois. Firstly, how do you feel about Miller getting back into the fray at the top level?
He deserves it. He's been out long enough. It's been out years, and he deserves it.
He served his time.
Yep.
How you see that fight panning out? You got any ideas?
It's a fight. Anything can happen in. Who knows what Miller's got left with no steroids in him.
Ha.
Who knows what Daniel Dubois has left? You know, he
Mm,
doesn't have the biggest ticker in the world. Doesn't have the best chin.
mm.
You just don't know.
Just don't know.
Uh-uh.
Okay, and those are the main topics. But let me quickly have a look to see what fights are going down on the weekend. Let's have a quick look. Let's refresh my memory.
And Andrade and Benavides coming up.
We've already talked about Andrade Benavides. I know you don't like to talk about the women, but Cameron versus Taylor's on.
I don't know one from the next. I wouldn't know. I didn't know if I was in a phone booth with them, which one was which.
Damn. Wouldn't know if he was in a lap dancing club, which one was which. OMG. Matthias versus Ergashev.
That's a hell of a fight.
Mm.
The champ, he's from Puerto Rico. It's a hell of a fight. I give him the slight edge because of experience and the bigger fights. He's current world champion, but the other guy is capable of winning too.
And what's that? What's the date of this one? Garcia Roach.
That's this Saturday.
That's the Saturday.
I believe. Or is that the 16th? I don't know.
25th. That's the 25th.
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Garcia should win, but the other guy's capable.
Yeah, Roach.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, oh no, it's not lastly. There's Lipinets versus Rivera.
I don't know. I like Lipinets slightly.
Yeah.
He fought the bigger guys. The other guy's moving up to 40. I like Lipinets' experience slightly. I like him.
Right. And lastly, Jamal, I think. Jamal Charlo versus Benavides.
Jamal will win. Probably by knockout.
Okay. Jamal by knockout. And I think that's it, Rick. I think that's it.
Okay.
For another episode of.
Yeah. I'll see you next Monday, and we'll have a lot to talk about. Benavides and Andrade.
100%, Rick. Was Rick Glaser? Much appreciation goes
No
out to
problem.
Rick Glaser.
I enjoy it, and we'll see you folks next week. Okay? Bye-bye now.
See you next week. And that was the Rick Glaser. Jolly good, fast-paced show. Let's have a look at what people are saying. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's have a look at what people are saying. Jolly Love McCain would be interesting to grow the sport globally, but also sign them if they do beat the champs. Fury acted like a deluded narcissist. I saw a clip of that press conference, but I didn't really dedicate much time. I want to do a video. on Deontay Wilder. I'll leave the subject matter, but it's going to involve a lot of chopping. I'm going to have to go to this clip, that clip, this clip, that clip, this clip, that clip. It's going to be a lot of bouncing. It's going to be a lot of editing. And it's like, OMG, do I really want to do this thing? But I think it's important. There's been certain channels, primarily stateside, who have come up with this narrative. Oh, look, Anthony Joshua was shook to be in the presence of the King Wilder. And that's not what I saw. But anyway, I got some interesting quotes from Deontay Wilder when he was. Anyway, maybe I'll knock that one out tonight. We will see. Let's have a look. Yep, I know McKean will get stopped, but his difficult southpaw, somewhat like Valine. Something competitive for Jolly Love might be Anderson. Yeah, that would be good. Jolly Love is ready for the top 5 now. A special K. Usyk is soft to the belly. Can Fury capitalize on this? And will he become undisputed? Oh, dang. Well, that's interesting. He said Usyk is soft to the belly, but there's somebody else who doesn't like it to the breadbasket. He goes by the name of Tyson Fury. Let's have a look. Dubois don't come out the corner for the 9th. OMG. You've heard it here first. Okay. So, what we're saying, that is the boxing. That is the boxing for tonight with Ask Rick. Ask Rick. Rick will be back here next week. So that is the boxing. But we did have a poll. We did do a poll further to last week's show. We did do a poll. And now I reveal the results of that poll. Okay, so let's go to it. Anybody who didn't take part in the poll, bam, I didn't even check my sound levels, but I assume if there was anything wrong with it, someone would have said something. Hopefully, presumably. Okay, so let's go into the community channel. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, let me show this on my screen because some of y'all might not know how to go there. You might not know how to do it. So let me show you. Okay, so let's go one step back, shall we? Okay, so you click this thing here. Can you see? Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. So you click this icon here, His Excellency, and that takes you onto my page, which I presume you can see. Yeah, you can see me there. You can see me now. But I won't stop now. Then you go to community. Put your cursor over the community tab like so. You got home, video, shorts, lives, playlists, and community. Go community. And that will bring you to the Raphie's community page. And what was the last poll that I did? That was the last post, but the last poll. Here we are. And let's see who we have in the background. How appropriate. We have the John D. Lee. John D. Lee, how do you do?
Good evening, Raph.
Good evening, John. Sound a bit somber there, my old mucker.
There's nothing to be somber about.
Okay, sorry, John. I may have misheard, but there we go.
I'm quite pleased about it.
And here we have the poll. Just saying to anybody who's still in here, this is now non-boxing related. So anyone in here now, I don't want to hear any crying, any weeping, wailing, or gnashing of teeth because this is non-boxing related. This relates to a poll. This relates to a topic. And one of last week's shows where we were talking about the rear aspects, the shapes. Let me see if I can get this damn thing bigger. Is that all? Is that as big as it goes? That's no good. One more time. Okay.
I mean, if you look at the quad sweep on option 1 as well, it's quite a good quad sweep.
Okay. Let's get this thing situated. Okay, I think that's reasonable. Okay, so we have there. So we were talking about the rear aspects, the rear view. And John here sent me this thing here. Is a good example of what he means. And this is option 1. This is what John likes.
I'd like to qualify this, Ralph.
You'd like to qualify? Okay, John, qualify it, please.
So when we were having the discussion,
Yeah.
I was talking about the upper limit of what was acceptable.
Oh, okay. So this is the outer. This is the outer realms.
Beyond that is
Yeah.
beyond manageable.
Okay.
But often we've had this sort of Mampy versus Curve discussion.
Yeah.
And I think that option 1 is a good highlight of what is a curve.
That is not a Mampy. That lady is not
not a Mampy.
Right.
And but she's a larger girl. Aaron's with
Who's
me.
the larger girl? Option 1.
Option what she is not a skinny girl, Raph. I mean, look at the size of the quads.
Well, that's the size of the butt. I'm talking about the woman in general. Talking about the woman.
Yeah, but generally, I mean, in this picture, this is actually post breast reduction.
Okay.
She's thick all over.
Okay. So I'm trying to find some more pictures.
Well, Aaron's with me.
Aaron's with you. Well, I knew that. That was predictable. That was very predictable. I'm trying to. Oh,
but some of the long jumpers that me and Kong were discussing as well, I think they're too skinny for you.
Oh, definitely.
I think you're actually like Goldilocks. It has to be just so.
Oh, well, it's a tricky one. But let me just make a note of these numbers because I'm going to pull up a better picture. It's the same picture, but it's much clearer for people to see. I remember that conversation from last week. Yes.
Yeah, and this is a good example of the ability to defy gravity despite a large amount of mass.
Right. Well, I'm going to go into my counter. So I'm going to go into my counter. Those thicker women can take a bit of devil's passage. Easier from experience. Devil's passage.
Yeah, I think I understand what Leon's saying. And if I do, he's correct. Yeah.
Damn. I don't understand. I don't know if I want to understand. But let me put in the results of the poll. Option 1, 13%. 13% of the vote. And option 1, 13%. Let's just delineate that 13%. 13. There's a percentage button. Where's the percentage button? There's got to be one. Where is it? Where's that? I'm sure this. Oh, there it is. 13% and option 2. Option 2. Option 2. 87. A whopping 87%. Option 1, 13%. Trying not to trigger the algorithms. I understand. Okay, so option 1, which was John's message to me. Let me go back to the message because I need to understand the context now. Let me be clear. Let me see that I understand the context. Oh, that's the lady. Oh, you just randomly sent it with no explanation. I said hell no. You said hell yes. So,
well, it's definite yes. I mean, I think there's a lot of good attributes to be seen there.
So I can only take that as you saying this is a good example of a fine lady. That's right. That's how I can take it.
If you remember back to the conversation, which is why I sent it, you had your young lady's thighs that were out there, and we were discussing dress sizes of that particular lady from last week.
Spies.
Remember the young lady that you had a picture of, and she had her thighs out. We couldn't really see the back view.
I pulled up a picture.
Last week
Yeah.
on your show, on
Yeah.
the live,
Yeah.
there was a young lady that you had a photo of that you described as ideal.
Oh, I pulled it up and put it on the screen.
Yeah, with thick thighs.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
So within that conversation, we started talking about dress size.
Right.
And then I said it can be good to be in the sort of 14 to 16 range. And it's all depended on how high up the back stood.
Right.
Now, as you can clearly see from that example of the lady that I've sent you,
yeah,
the back stands up.
It very much so.
Yes. And that was the point of it. It's like this is the upper limit of size. That
no, you didn't say anything about upper limits though.
No, because we were in the middle of a conversation when I sent it. So
okay.
I was trying to illustrate.
Oh, okay, I get you. I get you. I hear what you're saying now. Yeah, because you sent it when we were actually live. Okay, I understand. Yeah. I understand.
So
right.
That was an example of maybe something that that's as big as it can go.
The outer limits. Yeah. I hear you. I get you.
But I'm a fan of it. You know, I'd see it as a good thing.
I get you. So what we're gonna do here, and I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, the boxing portion of this show is over. So I don't want to hear any kind of anybody saying, "Oh, I'm always here to talk boxing." We talk boxing. Now we're talking man talk. Now this is let me just write that in. Now it's the man talk session. Anybody who's not up to it, please feel free. Anybody who's not up to the man talk, please feel free to exit stage left, because that's where we're on. I'm trying to make that abundantly clear. It's the man talk section of the show. If you can't manage it, I suggest you exit stage left section of the show. Okay. Can't make it any plainer than that. Where is it? Man talk. No, let's not scroll. Let's not make it scroll. Let's just have it.
So for the purposes of the conversation, right?
Yeah.
I've just sent you another image of the absolute lower limit, just so you can see the range.
You're not interested in the lower limits, though. You're not interested.
Yes, I am.
What? You're not a lower limits type of guy.
I can do the lower limits. You've got the image.
Lower limits.
I'm trying to explain.
I don't think you've ever said that combination of words in your entire existence. Talking about lower limits.
I've just sent you an example of the lower limit. So we've got the upper limit, and this is the minimum requirement. Any less than this is a no.
Well, I mean, that would be a minimum required for anybody. So I don't know the pertinence of this, because I don't
No,
see
it gives you the full scale of range, whereas I think you're always sat in the middle.
I am always sat in the middle, literally and figuratively. Yeah. Literally and figuratively.
So if we were to go into the Three Bears house, I'd probably try all the porridge, whereas you're just looking for the one that's just right.
No, I'm not going to try all of the porridge, but I will try the porridge around.
But there's a limit, obviously, and there's the bottom limit.
There is no upper limit for you, John. Knock it off. Knock
it off. Upper limit.
Knock it off.
I can send you the upper limit.
Knock it off, mate. Upper limit my ass. Well, not mine. Not mine.
Most definitely not. That was a poor choice of words.
Poor choice. Poor choice.
B here is the upper limit, and I've sent you Exhibit C as a lower limit. I'd be interested to see how Exhibit C would fare against your.
You're just fudging the whole damn thing. You're coming up
not
with lower limits,
I'm a big
upper
fan.
limits, middle limits. Listen, we're messing about with upper.
I'm not interested in chasing perfection Variety is the spice of life, Raph.
Well, I mean, I'm not really talking about perfection. I'm talking about, well, I mean, perfection isn't just one thing. What I'm going to do, what I need to do,
What's the purpose behind all of this?
What's the John's trying to find out the parameters of this thing. Well, how about
lady?
Well, listen, we know what you like. We know what you like.
Lady in picture B is called Brianna or something like that. I'm a big fan. She's a lovely young lady. Nothing I'm dissatisfied with there whatsoever.
The purpose of all of this is that every time I talk about a woman, you say, "What's going on around the back?"
Yeah, because that's.
So now this is just to highlight. This is just to highlight that this is what needs to be happening around the back for John. This is what needs to be happening, but it doesn't need to be happening for me. So you're asking about what's around the back. Well, I don't want what you want around there.
We know, Raph. That's fine.
I don't want what you want around there, my friend. So the purpose of this is so that for once and for all, it can be clear that we are two very different people when it comes to the back. We're making that clear. So when John asks me in the future, yeah, but what's happening around the back? You know that John wants to see this. That's John wants to, and I don't want to. I don't want to see that around the back. But John, he's asking what's around the back, and he expects to see this, and I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I want to see this over here now. What we're going to go into is how my taste, which is over here, and your taste, which is over here, differ. And you represent a percentage of the populace, and I represent a percentage of the populace also. So we're going to basically go through what our percentage is, what your percentage looks like, and what my percentage looks like, because we know what you like now. We know what you like. We know you want this round the back, and we know that I want this around the back. But there's a range, because this is even large for me right here. This is large. This is large. This is the outer limits for me.
Well, to be honest, I wouldn't be complaining about Lady A.
I know you wouldn't. No,
that's acceptable.
I would be complaining about Lady B.
I think you just got a bit upset about it then.
I didn't know. I'm not upset.
I nearly choked. I thought I was going to die. Anyway, from my,
how did you think you was going to die?
Just from laughter, Raph.
Okay, carry on.
The sermon was quite hilarious that you delivered.
Yeah, well, people come here for entertainment. People come here for entertainment and knowledge, and
it's a good thing. But the way I look at it is, where's that echo coming from?
Echo.
Oh, can hear an echo. Anyway,
yeah,
I'm quite happy to be in more of a minority bracket in this instance, because it makes them more available for me.
Yeah, I see that. I understand that.
So there's benefits to not.
I'm normally the one who's in the minority bracket in my taste and choice, but not this time. Evidently not this time.
Certainly not amongst your followers, at least.
Well, it just shows that I'm in tune with the people.
That's good news, Raph. But I mean, I could have voted for A.
Yeah, well. I hear you.
I did vote on the poll.
You did?
Yes.
Well,
Should I have not voted on the poll?
I expected you to.
Should I have not voted on the poll, because I tested it? If I'd have voted for Lady A, Lady B would have only got about half the percentage that she actually scored.
Well, but that's your preference, so you did the right thing.
Why do you keep putting words into my mouth?
No,
I class A and B as a preference. They're both good.
No. You voted for a B, and that is your preference. Because the question was, which do you prefer?
I don't think there's anything wrong with liking B.
There isn't nothing wrong with liking B. But we're talking about preferences. You prefer B. I prefer A.
Yeah, I mean, I do prefer B.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm quite happy with that.
yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. We're talking about the differences in tastes. I think that's perfectly reasonable.
I'm a bit concerned as to why you feel the need to make a clear separation.
Clear
I've been
separation.
aware that B is too much for you for quite a long
No,
time.
the need for me to make the separation, my dear fellow, is as I explained previously. When we're talking about these topics,
But if you're
about
going to show me
hold on. When we're talking about these topics, you often say, "What's going on around the back?"
yeah,
Now, I know what you want to be going on around the back, but that's also what I don't want to be going on around the back.
no, but this is where there seems to be confusion. Because if you're going to tell me what young lady A has got going on around the back, I'll be fine. But if you're going to show me a pair of thighs and then we turn around and it's, like Kermit the Frog, it's as flat as
It
pancake.
would never be that with me, though.
Well, that would be a concern. And I've seen the ladies with the thighs who don't have the glutes. It's not always a guarantee.
Well, I'm going to upload.
And personally, from experience, I find the glutes more functional than the thighs, to be frank.
Yeah. I'm not disputing that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload some pictures and we're going to look at some which I think you're going to prefer. And we're going to look at some which I prefer.
Well, should you have made any mistakes, I will point out that some mistakes have been made.
Of course. But this is also to just show the people the differences, in the type of development.
All right, go on, continue. I'll be interested.
There are differences in type of development, and also I'm going to show my picture of perfection when it comes to the glutamus maximus.
I'm not sure I actually have a defined perfection. Go on.
Did I say perfection?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay, so let me qualify that.
In your opinion, you did say so. That's
it's
fair.
What? Well, let me just qualify it anyway. I'll qualify that by I'll replace the word perfection with my idea of what represents something of an ideal. So that softens the perfection talk because I don't really believe in perfection. Don't know if it exists. So I'm posting up a bunch of pictures now as a whole range. I think some of them are going to be in John's category. Others are going to be in mine. And John thinks I'm setting him up.
It's not even a question of setting me up. It's the vehemence against my category I hear in your voice.
It's the what?
Vehemence, yeah.
It's the venom?
Vehemence.
Yeah, okay, vehement.
Well, but vehemence, venom, I mean, I think it's fairly equal description of what's coming across in your tone about my category.
Well, it's a very strong topic for me. It's very emotive.
I don't understand why, though. I mean,
No, well, I mean, I say emotive. I mean, it's a strong preference. I'm very firm on the preference. Okay. Where is the picture of the lower limit? Oh, he asked a fair question. He says,
yeah, I have sent the lower limit image to
I will upload that also. Where is it? Hold on. I will upload John's lower limit. Bear in mind, I don't think John has ever used those two words in back to back in his whole entire life. Lower limit. Oh my gosh. Let me upload this.
I mean, if it's high and tight and round, it can be good.
Well, we just. Why am I not
saying in terms of lower limits and so on?
Why am I not? Hold on, this should be easy to share. Hold on, share. Why am I not sharing this?
I'd be interested to see how this one stacks up against your one.
Which one stacks up against which one?
The lower limit stacks up against Lady A. See how that compares.
The lower limit stacked up. Oh, okay.
In a poll, because I didn't expect anybody to vote for Lady B other than myself, and probably Aaron Daly being the other voter, I suspect.
Well, Leon Figures would have voted for B, I would imagine.
Yeah, I just don't think he saw the poll.
Say again?
I'm not sure he saw the poll.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot to like with that lady.
Lady B. Lady B.
Literally, yeah, there's a lot to like.
Lady B. No. That isn't. It's almost an anathema to me. Almost an anathema to me.
That's okay, Raph. I don't need you to change your mind.
No, but I just want you to know. There's men like me out there who.
Why do I need to know? I don't understand.
No, I want people to know. No, we're doing a program. It's just that people. There are people out there like me who, for B, it's just OTT.
That's all right.
Just OTT, man. OTT.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
OTT.
I mean, I do have an upper limit, and that is it. Which I know you don't believe that.
I think you could. I think you could just, stretch for another dessert. You know what I mean? A spoonful or two.
Well, we'll see what you can come up with, Raph, and see.
Okay, so let's get these.
What I can tolerate.
Let's see what everybody's saying, and then we'll bring up the pictures. We've got John's lower limit also in there. Where are we? Complain about who is going to complain about this topic of conversation? I've had Mama Man in here before. It's happened before, my friend. I've had Mama Man in here before. Why are we talking about women?
I think there's a few gentlemen who prefer,
There's a few gentlemen out there who are
not a fan of this topic whatsoever.
Not a fan of ladies. And
maybe they like different types of ladies, Raph. Maybe they just want a complete straight,
Yeah, or maybe that. Maybe that. Second to bosoms, it's a great topic. Now, well, you see, there you go again. You see, you say second to me. This is first.
Oh, the bosoms are just sort of. I can live without them.
Well, me too.
I mean, in all truth. I mean, it's great if they're there and they're nice.
If they're there, I'll utilize them. But if they're not, trust me, I don't care.
It's not really a problem.
It's not a problem for me. I've had many a flat-chested lady. Many. It's been irrelevant to me.
Even when they're, particularly good, they don't really do anything.
Well, I mean, I can utilize them if they're there. There's certain things that I can do with them.
Well, I mean, again, on this, I don't know how much I'm going to share. I don't know if I'm going to do all the ex-girlfriend stories like you, right? But
Sorry?
there was one young lady that I knew when I was a young man who had the most outrageous
proportions.
No bosoms, basically.
Yeah, proportions.
But not just like how they were sort of like otherworldly in terms of how firm they were for the size they were.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, I understand.
On a sort of very
slender,
petite figure, but she still had a bum.
Yeah.
Not to these sort of proportions, but nice and round. And she was very firm and toned.
Mm-hmm.
And they were actually double J's, Raph.
Okay.
But they're still like, they look great, everything, but like ultimately it didn't make any difference.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, number. You see, that's another topic again, because what's number one and what's number two? Because to me, it's the butt every time.
It has to be that, yeah.
Not even close. It's not even close.
Yeah, exactly. I could like not worry about having a discussion about breasts, even though arguably I think you'd have to go a very long way to encounter a better pair than I've just described. Like they're the firmest ones I've ever encountered, as well as being that sort of proportion. It's ridiculous.
That's good.
But even still, it's like it's nothing compared to this sort of aspect.
Yeah. So that's different type of guy again. The bosom man or the butt man. There's two different camps again. Perhaps we could look into that. Yes. J Bus America up in the building. Do you like diet back off? Do you like diet back offs? Diet back offs.
I really don't understand that.
I don't understand. I think I know what you mean. You're talking about increasing the calories, coming off a diet, increasing the calories, maybe slowly. That's backing off the diet slowly. If that's what you're saying, then
if you're going to reverse out of a diet, then you need to definitely go slowly.
Yeah, definitely slowly. Yes, slowly.
Slowly is better.
Yeah, no question about it.
If you're going to diet down, you might want to think about getting to your maintenance weight in stages, so that when you've got to your target weight, you're eating the right amount of food to maintain it.
Yeah, no drastic diets, nothing drastic. Come down in modicums and go up in modicums, measuring yourself at all times.
If you're actually eating the maintenance weight food calories for your goal weight, Raph, you don't need to go back up again.
You don't need to go what?
Right, okay. So let's say...
No. Just what did you just say just that second ago?
Right, okay. So if you diet by eating the maintenance calories for your goal weight, you shouldn't go back up again, should you?
Well, okay. You're already at maintenance.
And what that might mean is for some people, to get there, you might need to go down in increments, but they're never going to be very big. They're always going to be small increments. And then when you're there, A, it would have taken you quite a long time. So you'd be very used to the amount of food that you're eating. And B, you can just carry on eating what you're eating now.
Well, you're the level you want to be. You're at the weight you want to be, and you're eating the calories you want to be. The cautionary tale is don't go down too low, because then you lower your metabolic rate, and you lower the amount of calories that you can deal with. So really, you want to manipulate it to such a way that you can eat as much as possible.
Yeah,
whilst maintaining.
So it may be that your goal weight's maintenance calories are quite a way away from what you're eating now. So you might want to get there in stages, maybe taking 200 calories out of what you're currently eating, and keep taking out 200 calories maybe over a 6-week to 12-week period until you're at your maintenance calories for your goal weight, and you won't actually ever feel hungry either.
If you do it in stages and
very
don't crash, don't go down low. In one go, just go down incrementally. Okay, so as we move, A looks nice and firm. She does squat on the regular. She looks very well toned, but like I reiterate, that's on the larger side for me.
I think that's 100% Raphie's outer limit.
That is 100% my outer limit for a keeper, because we're talking about keepers here. I'm talking about keepers.
I can keep Brianna. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're talking about keepers here, folks. We're not talking about the outlying stuff. We're talking about keepers here. Either one works for me, but give me Lady B as a preference. Okay. Where's the image of the lower limit? That's coming up imminently. A couple of minutes, a minute or two. I just want to get through these questions. Mrs. just walked in.
Have we got more questions than asking Ray?
Say again?
I'm just being competitive, bro.
Okay. Mrs. just walked in, told her it's man talk, and she left. Very good.
Very wise.
Man talk is right there up on the screen. It's man talk. There's no way if Lady B approaches you in a club, you're turning her down. John, do you think I wouldn't turn down Lady B?
Raph's a man of his word.
I would turn down Lady B.
I think Raph might actually run away.
I might actually run away.
Hopefully on that particular occasion, I'll be with Raphie, so at least you could have a conversation. Yes,
I would just take her by the hand and talk to her charmingly, and just lead her over to John D. Lee and say, hello, this is John Brianna. That's exactly what I'd do. I'm not, you trust me, I don't like that. I really don't. It doesn't work for me. I've had options of similar to this, not as big, but the similar structure, and it doesn't work for me. It really doesn't work for me, honestly. And the pictures I show you will make you the pictures I show you will make you understand.
At this juncture, I'd like to point out I have had experiences of this level, and that's why I'm a fan.
And that's why
I'm a fan of this.
Okay. Yeah. I've had options which I have declined. Okay, there's no way. I can't deal with no tartars. Bosoms are necessary, not to me. You see, there we go. You see, it's a different, there's different again, different type of man. Double J's, blood and fire.
Yeah. But what was mind blowing was they're probably the firmest ones I've ever encountered as well.
Yep, I hear you. Agree, Leon. Bosom first, buttock second. You see, there we go. That's the other group.
You see, one's for decorative purposes and the other one's totally functional.
Well, I mean, they're both functional for me. I can make the other ones functional if they're ample. There is something that I like to utilize.
That's only a consolation prize.
Well, that back off small. That back off equals small backside. East London slang 90 slang. Okay, yeah, okay. So we gave out some free dietary advice for nothing there, but it's okay.
That's not to be recommended.
It's okay. It's all good. Okay. So we're going to where are we going to start with this? Okay. So I don't know if I'm still sharing. Oh, I'm still sharing. Okay, that's fine. So let me.
What says complain about here, Raphie?
Okay, so this is an example. I'll talk you through it all. Okay, so this is an example of something that I would say this is very good shape, very good form. Too much for me. It's too much for me, but I think, John, this is something you'd appreciate.
Oh, I'm a fan. Yeah, it's great. Quite happy.
Yeah. So what ranking we giving that? A, B, C, or D?
Well, I'd put that in as a sort of middle category.
A, B, C, or D, my friend?
I don't understand.
A being
what?
Top category, top 10.
And
10%. D being A, B, C. D being bottom 20%. So A is the top 20%. Hold on. A, B, C, D, E. So it needs to be an E. So it's a 20% differential each way.
Well, if I'm having an E, does that mean I don't want to know?
E is the bottom. So that's no good to you.
Okay.
Absolutely no good. A is the creme de la creme.
Yeah, so I'd have this as around the sort of.
C is the middle.
C to B to C. C plus.
Oh. C to D.
No, B.
C to B. Okay, so
like
I've got this as
B minus.
I've got this as C to C. That's a C for me. John's got it as a B. That's fine. So
yeah,
there are some commonalities. Is what we can gather from that. Too big for me, not a keeper for me. But yeah, definitely with charms. Definitely with charms. And I'm doing this in reverse. So on to the next. This is highly favored. This is Mercury. Yeah, you gotta mark it as well, people. You gotta put your mark in. You gotta put your mark in.
That's like a B plus for me.
You gotta put your mark in. Hold on a sec. Let me go back to the original picture because we're talking about the original picture. You gotta. That's not. Damn it. Damn it. I'm giving up, sharing my damn. I'm sharing, giving away the surprises. Damn it. And this thing is tricky to navigate. Oh my God. How do I navigate this shizzle? How do I navigate this shizzle? People type recent. Okay, so get your marks in. You've seen the first one. This is the second. Oh God. Where is it? They're all jumbled up. Okay, so this is all messed up. It's all jumbled up. So I'm just gonna go with the top.
We're running out of surprises.
Yeah, I know that was the surprises. That was meant to be a big surprise. That one. Okay, so this is. I don't want to talk about her yet. Okay, so this is another example of what the Raphie likes. You'll see the small waist and the slope. The slope. Now, what John likes is a shelf. John likes a shelf. John likes a shelf, and I like the slope. That's the main difference. That's the main difference.
That's still going to get a B, right?
Sorry? Still going to get a B. Well, there you go. So there's some commonalities as well. John likes the shelf. I like the slope, but there are commonalities. John's giving this a B. I'm giving this A. Why am I giving it an A? Look at the slope, the ski slope. And then, if you can imagine, it's like a roller coaster that hugs on down the slope. You go, and it hugs on anti-gravity, hugs on in an anti-gravity method. So you got the slope, and it comes around. It's like a marvelous pear shape. This is the definition of what Raphie like. It's an extreme version because not every girl is going to have such a slim waist, but this really speaks
that's
to it.
kind of sold it for me anyway.
What's that?
Is what brought it up to a B.
Say that again.
The waist.
Yeah.
To glute ratio.
Yes.
Is what's made this a B for me, as opposed to if she's a bit thicker in the waist, we'd probably be in the same territory.
Absolutely.
It would never be like a bad thing.
No.
The
first one to see. Come on, people, get your votes in. So this was 2. This was the second one. We're going to call this the second one. And as we move, I wonder if I can just scroll it like this. Yes, we can. Okay, easy way to do it. Okay, now this is a hybrid because it's got the shelf, something of a shelf that John likes, something of a shelf. Remember, I don't need the shelf, but I do admire the overall. This is acceptable to me.
I've got that as a B.
Yeah, this is very acceptable.
Very different from the last B, but
yes, very different from the last B because this was a shelf. This is shelf.
There's some shelf going there.
A little bit of a shelf, baby shelf. But you look at the roundness there, but it matches the thighs.
Thigh to glute ratio is important.
Yes, thigh to glute ratio is very important because
that's one of the qualities that I actually give for Brianna because she's got quite a good quad sweep.
Terrible ass to thigh ratio. Terrible.
It's not terrible, Raph. I think you've got some terrible examples on the way, but anyway.
Terrible examples on the way. I don't know if I have.
I'm confident on this, but let's keep going.
I don't know if I have. Okay, so this is a
B.
I'm giving this a A minus. This is top class, top shelf, top class. We go B plus.
Top shelf, is it, Raph?
Sorry,
I'm joking.
Not much of a top shelf, but it's a little bit of a shelf, baby shelf.
There is a shelf.
Baby shelf. So this is superb to me. This is superb. This is close to excellence. A bit much for me, but close to excellence.
Still a bit much, Raph. Seriously.
It's a bit much. It's unnecessary. All that's unnecessary. Don't need all that much.
Okay, well, I'm just giving it a straight B because that's one of my gripes with this. Isn't quite enough. Anyway,
what's the gripe?
There's not quite enough.
Okay, that's cool. You see?
I mean, there's nearly enough.
Well, no, because this is important because you represent a constituent and I represent a constituent. So you're saying it's not enough, and I'm saying it could be a tad too much, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
And again, I'm not complaining. So that's a C.
Yeah. So that was the first one. This is John's
lower limit.
Lower limit.
That's absolutely like bare minimum.
This is the bare minimum for John.
Although within the proportions,
yeah,
they are decent. If you look at the sort
she's an attractive girl.
Where it goes in at the back, comes back out. It's nice and round, quite long, which is a good thing too. The thigh to glute ratio isn't actually bad on her.
It's appropriate. She's well balanced.
So I'm giving that a C.
I will give that a C plus. Get your votes in, folks. We're moving fast. We're moving fast. Get your votes in. We're moving fast.
But that's the minimum I can work with. Right?
That's John's lower limit. She's an attractive girl. She's all around. She's got some upper shelf as well. She's got some upstairs, downstairs going on. Very tidy, very tidy. And now this is where Raph blows a gasket. This is where the Raphie blows a gasket. Absolutely wonderful lady, I'm sure. Seems to have a nice, kind face, and she is attractive. But this is simply no. Just too much. Too much. Don't lie, John. Go on. Don't lie. Don't lie, John. Come on, say it. Say it, John. Say it.
I'm giving this a B, Raph. I don't know what you're
You mean you're giving it an A, but you're just going to say B today. Is that correct, John?
No.
Why is this not an A? I put this in for you as an A, top shelf.
I'll explain why.
2 pints of Guinness and a packet of crisps.
It's a B, so it's definitely in the good range.
Mm-hmm.
But the overall, the thighs are a bit too skinny for me.
Okay.
So it's more about the glute to thigh ratio here being suboptimal. But she's going to get a B, which is a good thing.
That's a high mark.
Yeah,
I'm expecting an A from you
with that.
Yeah.
But there is more to it than just outright maths.
Right. Aaron Daly disagrees with you. Aaron Daly.
I mean, if the legs were a bit thicker, it would be an A. He's got nothing.
These BBLs killing y'all.
What did you say?
These BBLs killing y'all.
Well, I need to see more to make my mind up whether that's been enhanced.
But the thighs don't match. I think this is a good BBL, whatever.
If it is a BBL, then it's one that's been well done.
It's a good BBL, but that gets an E from J Boss. That gets an E from J. You see the opposites. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to show the difference in tastes. E from an A to an E. From an A to an E. And there'll be other ones where you kind of agree. So that's why we're going through this.
But it's a good thing because, again,
perfection. You just too good to be true.
That's your ski slope, isn't it? Going on.
Can't take my eyes off of you.
Do you know what I thought when I saw that, Raph?
What?
It's a bit flat.
Flat.
Yeah, at the top. So.
Oh my God.
It's
not flat. It's the ski slope. It's the ski slope.
But there's no shelf. So.
No. There's zero shelf. This is good.
Exactly. So for me.
Yeah,
that was like when I first looked at it, I was like, But I inspected it a bit further. I can give this a C. It's certainly acceptable, but it's not top shelf for me. No.
Top shelf, because there is no top shelf.
Exactly. But again, should we be in the club and I'll be out with Raphie? This is one for Raph. You know?
Yes. That's exactly it.
No, this works very well. This system.
Exactly, it works very well. That's a B plus, I think Aaron Daly's saying. And Jay Boss, you see, totally disagreed. Opposite ends of the spectrum on one, and you pretty much agree on the second one, the middle range. So that's another thing that I'm showing. That there can be differences. Like me and John have extreme differences, but there is a middle range. There is a middle range. So that to me is just like it's close to perfection. If you turned around a little bit and you saw the shoulder to waist ratio, and then the shoulder to ass ratio, shoulder, waist, ass, I think that would be interesting because it might be the width might be exactly the same. I don't know. That's fascinating. But there will be a science to it.
That is a good thing.
Say again?
When that happens, it's a good thing.
When that happens, it's a good thing. There's probably a science to the ratios. There's probably a science to the ratios. What did I do? I put something in, but it won't. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. To delineate different pictures. I should have done that from the start, but it's okay. We've got quite a few. We've got another 5 or 6 to go. So I'll stick in there. But
the people, everybody's riveted, Raph. No one's going anywhere.
Raphie was going to mark this one as Bellissima.
Well, no, come on. We need a proper letter.
Oh, yeah, that's true. A.
Okay.
Boom. Let's put it in there. So that's marked for prosperity. And okay. And as we move, you should start marking them in as well, John. Mark it in, please. Oh,
where do we stick it? I can't
if you can't find it on the phone, don't worry. But that is a grade category from me. And now, okay, this is interesting. This is interesting because this is, for me, this is an E.
That's a definite no-no.
That's a big no-no.
No all over no.
Big no-no.
I'd be interested to see the side profile.
Well,
I suspect it's like a bit like a strange flat sponge.
It's going to be flat. You know that it's going to be flat. So this is.
I'll get an E in the chat, right?
Yeah. This is an E.
Common ground.
Yeah. Get your votes in. E. That's low hanging. That's just hanging. That's like bags of milk. That's like bags of milk. I'm sorry. No.
Well, interestingly, that was the whole point about what I was saying about Brianna, in that you could have a size 14 like this young lady.
Yeah.
That is well under the strong grip of gravity.
Mm.
Or you can have someone like Brianna who's defying all the laws of gravity.
Yep. I accept that. But yeah, that's unfortunate right there. And now perfection.
Well, I don't know what's happening, Raph.
Perfection.
I mean, from the front, yes, very good. What's going on around the back?
I ain't got one with the back, but I know it's good from the front.
Yeah, but I'm having to take your word for that.
You know, it's what. Well, you know what I like, and that's what's around the back. That's what's around the back.
I don't even know if I can give it a mark. I'll be honest.
This is perfection. I can tell from the front what's around the back.
From the front, you can see this around the front, and then it can be a bit too flat. Not quite as.
Not with the accentuated hips.
Yeah, no, even with the hips, because like where I gave first thing I said about one of them was she's a bit flat, and I said I think I gave it a B.
Yep,
that could be what could happen with this young lady.
If the back follows suit, well, we're assuming the back follows suit with the front. And that is a B plus from the Aaron Daly.
I can't grade that, Raph.
Yeah, that's cool.
I need a profile as a minimum.
That's fine. But I know what's around the back, and it's just what I want. It's just what I want.
I mean, the front is good.
The front is perfection.
The front's lovely. But
it's perfection. It don't get no better than that. Look at the shoulder to waist to hip ratio.
That is good.
This is scientifically impeccable.
Hold on a minute, Raph.
Impeccable. Scientifically impeccable. B plus, A, B minus. Yeah, that's nothing less than a B minus. Nothing less than a B minus. Okay, for that, ladies and gentlemen, these dimensions are quite simply impeccable. Impeccable, I tell you. Okay, as we move. Okay, now this is a type which I've spoken about before. Slender up the top. Slender at the top and powerful.
I might be giving that an A, Raph.
Well, I know why. And powerful from the waist down. Look at that. Everything that satisfies most categories of men. The man like me who likes the ski slope, but there we see the slope is not very steep. It's not a steep slope. So
it could be a bit of shelf going on there, right?
There could be a little bit of shelf going on because it's not a steep slope. So you got a more rounder contour. It's rounder. So it caters for both extremes, for the ski slope guys like me and the guys who like a bit of a shelf. There's a hint of a shelf there.
I think it's more than a hint of a shelf.
There we are. Get your votes in. Oh damn! I gotta delineate it. I gotta put that thing in there to delineate the different gals. Okay, so I think it's in. Oh damn! J Boss got his voting for I could delineate. Got to go A. Damn. I gotta give that a strong. What am I gonna give her? B plus. So strong, what is the A minus? B plus. A strong B plus. Where are we? Is that a B? No. Where's the B? There's the B. Where's the plus? There's the plus. B plus. That's powerful. That's
Raphie.
Yep.
Raphie.
Yep.
Just check your phone a second.
Okay.
For shoulder to waist to hip ratio.
Yep. Let's have a look. Have you voted on this?
Yeah, I've put my A in now. I'm giving that an A.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I
see it.
No.
Let's
there.
Okay, I can see it now. Let's get that one uploaded. Let's get that one uploaded. Okay, so people have got their voting on that one. Let's go on to the next. Let's delineate that.
She's got a good quad sweep going on as well.
She's got all the power in the world from the waist down. And then she's slender at the top. This is what I talked about last week. Slender at the top. And then more ass.
And certainly gravity's not having an impact on that, is it?
No impact whatsoever. Going the opposite way. It's going the opposite way. Now, this could be up there. I don't want to say perfection, but this could be up there in the top category. Top category, because what you have there is athleticism. Look at the athletic top, and then look at the power. Look at the power going through those glutes.
See, I think she got skinny legs, bro.
I could hear the argument, but I'm not having it though. Looks beautiful.
I'm not giving that a very high mark.
Yeah, that's getting a.
Let me vote on this.
That's getting a B plus from me. It's
getting a D.
Strong B plus. B plus from me. Where are we? B.
I've sent you an illustration of hip to waist to hip shoulder ratio.
Yeah, I'm going to upload that.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it. I'm going to upload it. There you go. J Boss says that's an A, and I agree with it. John talked
what that says to me is
down to a B plus though, but yeah.
You and J Boss never want to go in the club together.
Oh, we have similar taste.
You're too similar, yeah.
We have similar taste. We have similar taste. That's an A. John says that's a D. The Raphie says that's a B plus. I should have said an A though, because that's an A minus to me.
From a different view, maybe I'd change my mind, but from what I'm seeing there,
that is fitness in personified. Look at the slim. Look at the wasp waist.
The waist is good. The hips.
Look
are
at
good.
that. Look at how that comes out. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's looking a bit like it's all slope and no shelf.
There's no shelf. Sloping down. Then the anti-gravity down below. That's beautiful. Oh God, why have I messed it up again? Reasons. Why did I mess it up again? Can I go back? I'll go forward. I'm gonna go recent. Damn it, I messed it up. So now I don't know what I'm going to be seeing. Damn it. Okay, so we just go from here. Have we marked this one? I think we have. I think we marked this one. Okay, so let's go to this one then. This is problematic for me. I think very good for John.
I'm having a problem with it.
With this lady?
Yeah.
Oh, that's surprising. I thought
the legs don't match what I'm seeing going on.
Right, yeah, that's true. Legs don't match.
And it's really making me question if I'm going to get involved with that.
Oh, I thought this was good.
Is it going to melt if I stick it by the fire?
I think that was good. I thought you'd appreciate this one.
I'm not necessarily a fan of BBLs, Raph, and it looks a bit odd, a bit egg-shaped.
Yeah, it's not for me. Not for me at all. All BBLs look odd to me. That's my thing. They all look odd to me.
I think that's what's going on there. And she's got that big difference between her glutes and her legs.
Yeah, it's problematic. Why has nobody voted on this?
Could I give it an absolute no?
That's an E.
I'm going to give it's a D or an E.
Really? You sure? Look at the shelf.
Yeah, but it looks pointy. It's an egg.
Looks like an ostrich egg.
It's like she had a shelf and it kind of melted a bit and then they pushed it back up again.
No, but everybody's boycotting this one.
Yeah.
I don't even want to vote on it.
Well, I don't know what I'm going. I'm going to just stick a D in. You might do a mercy visit or something.
I'll give that a D.
Okay. Do you give it a D as well?
Yep.
I've given it a D.
Looks like a. He does look like a BBL indeed. Yeah, that's an E and a D. Where's J Boss? J Boss don't even want to get involved with this one. Okay. So, and we move on to the next. Okay. Now this is perfection. This is perfection.
You need to.
I'll talk you through it.
Your balance in the way, Raph, and like the glute tie-in. I'm missing. Glute ham tie-in. I can't see.
Where is it?
There we go.
Okay, was that blocking? No,
yeah, that's blocking it.
Okay.
The critical area that I think.
Yeah, critical organs. This is perfection. What we see is the shoulder smaller than the outer sweep. The shoulder is smaller than if I had some graphics experience, I could just put a line down there and show you.
I mean, the glute ham tie-in is exceptional.
It extends. How much it extends, the outer sweep extends from the shoulder.
What I like about this
Well, hold on. I'm talking you through it. The slope. Look at that. No shelf whatsoever. Just a marvelous ski slope. And then from here, I haven't got the profile, but you can see. You don't even need the profile. You can see what's going on. You can see the slope, the shape.
Well, that's a glute ham tie-in or anchor point, which on this particular example are extremely good. Which nearly got me sold on the lack of shelf. I'm giving it a B.
Well, I think that's very harsh scoring, but I'll continue. The small waist, the flat tum-tum, the impeccable sweep.
There's even an excellent little view.
Yes, which you're not going to talk about. Which you're not going to talk about, but. Let's see that. Let's say there's a little peephole.
Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah.
Let's say there's a little peephole there. This is perfection.
It's only getting a B for me because of the absence of shelf, but everything else is good.
It's absolute perfection. A plus. Where's the plus? A plus. There it is.
The shelf really makes you angry, doesn't it, Raph?
The shelf, yeah.
Had experience with the shelf or something?
No. It's just it's something that just it. I see it and I just reject it.
It's like anathema to you, isn't it?
It's an anathema. I just reject it. I say, get thee from me. Get thee from me with thy shelf.
Well, hold on a minute. We did have one earlier.
Yeah. There's middle grounds. There's hybrids. She was a hybrid, but she doesn't compare to this. Put the two of them together, and it's this all day long. This shape all day long.
No. I'd be having the other one over there.
Oh, you want the shelf?
Yeah, 100%.
J Boss A all day long. B for John. It's interesting how highly John rates my vision of perfection. So that's interesting. A plus from me. A plus from me. As we move, that was perfection, folks. Oh, we've done this one already. This was the one you were just talking about, where she's got
it's the other one, but yeah, that's good.
Got a bit of a shelf. She's got the round. We've already marked her. Yeah, very, very impressive. Very impressive. The thighs match the glutes. Yeah. Very impressive. We've done this one. This was the one you might have been talking about.
No, it's the one where she got a small upper body in the power leg.
Oh, okay. Done that one. Oh, there she is. That's also, I should have given her an A. My bad. We've marked that one. Oh, woo! This is perfection as well. So we've got two perfections. This is awesome. Yeah, okay. This one here. Yeah.
There's a shelf there.
Yeah, I gave her a B plus. Very, very good indeed. But she doesn't match. She doesn't come close to this. Well, she does come close to it, but that's just perfection to me. Oh, that's just perfection to me.
I can't believe you're complaining about a B.
B. No, B's good. This is great too. Oh, okay. One for you, John.
Yeah, that's going to get probably an A.
Yeah. That was one specifically put in there for you.
Because the quad sweeps there. You see the other curve on the other side. So where a quad goes into a hip, like a curve there.
Yep.
It helps to complement the other curve at the other side.
So get you voting. A bit big for me, but she's got a great upper body. A little bit too much, but still very good.
What are you going to grade that though, Raph?
Game marking, John. Game marking.
My A is in the chat.
Okay. I'm going to grade this. I'm going to give her a C. Too big for me, but I do appreciate the shape.
Okay. So is that a straight no or?
No to what? No, C is middle of the pack.
Yeah, okay.
Middle of the pack. So yeah, on a slow night, you're gonna say, "Come on, then." I'll give you a bag of chips.
So you can work with that, but you just not.
Well, it's not a keeper. It's not a keeper.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, that probably would be a keeper. I'll be honest.
Yeah, well, yeah, not a keeper for me, but yeah, I you know, I'd take care of that. I'd take care of that.
But not the BBL Raf. Not
Sorry?
You know the earlier misshapen BBL lady. That would be a no.
Yeah, that would be a definite no.
It's not all size. It's not all about math.
I hear you. And this is a no from me. This is everything that's wrong.
It would be a no from me as well.
This is everything that's wrong with the BBL.
Yeah, I'm going to put an E in for that.
Yeah, everything that's wrong. The thing comes out far too much. The thing looks comical.
Well, look at the legs.
That's what I'm saying. It exceeds the leg thickness by over 200%. It's ridiculous.
Whereas the previous lady, she had thick legs.
Yes, exactly. So there was some balance. There was balance and ballast.
Yeah, it was both.
Yeah, both balance and ballast. This is comical. I feel embarrassed. I feel like I was a laughing stock walking down the road with this.
I'd be worried people thought I'd paid for it.
Yeah, be worried that people thought she was simping you out. She was being a simp for this lady. This is outrageous. Absolutely not. Comical, laughable, laughing stock. No, thank you. Adios. Now this is.
I'm giving that an
interesting.
I'm giving that.
Trigger warning, folks. This is powerful.
Look at the quad to glute ratio there.
This is powerful. So you see, there's meeting ground because there ain't really much. The shelf is not particularly pronounced. There is
a definite shelf happening there.
There's enough shelf for John, but there's enough slope for me. You see, this is a hybrid. Enough shelf for John, enough slope for me, and then you can draw a circle. You can draw a football. You can draw a football there. You can draw a football. This is incredible stuff. So this is what I call a hybrid. Enough shelf for the shelf man them, but enough slope for the slope man them.
So Raf.
Yeah.
I'm giving that an A. It's good in the chat. What are you giving it?
I'm giving this a B. So there are meeting points where different styles meet. This is a hybrid.
So that's not too much for you.
It is too much for me. That's why it's only a B. But if it's only the shape, that would be an A.
But you can still work with it.
If it was only the shape, that would be an A. It only gets marked down because it's too much mass. Okay. So for a keeper, but definitely not too much mass.
Still be a keeper
for party time. This is like a party popper. You know, this is get the baby oil out and get the champers out. Come on, get the candles out. You're not scared of a bit of hot wax, are you? Come on, girl. Don't be a wuss. It's A from John. It's a B from me. And it's a B from J Boss America. I used to have a Sunday school teacher who was built along these lines.
Oh, wow.
And one time we were coming back from, went to conventions and whatnot. You travel distances.
I now understand why you were a man of the church as a kid.
She wasn't as heavy downstairs as this.
It's like a contradiction, though, isn't it? Tempting you with sin in the King God's house.
What I mean? You know what I mean? She wasn't as heavy as this woman downstairs, but it was the same shape, less mass. But still, she still had mass, but just less of it than this lady. but the height, she was a short lady. She looked lovely. She always
that's an abundance of that.
An abundance. She always looked good. She always smelled good. She always did her hair. She always dressed up in lovely, conservative but lovely and colorful clothing. She was a black lady or a black young woman. I was only in my teens, like about 14 around them times there. And we'd gone on a trip in the church van. And when she got back on the van, there were no seats. And I was sitting on the outside of a seat. So she just looked at me and said, "Oh, I'll sit in your lap." And I reiterate, it was a long, bumpy journey. Raphie was 14, 15, testosterone bursting out. And
quite literally, Raph.
And this lady was sitting in my lap. Well,
that could be seen as a bit inappropriate.
Well, you know that there was a reaction.
Yeah, it did.
And the lady in question, I would have been about 14. She might have been about 18, 19.
Oh, okay.
And she was just talking to other people. She was one of the Sunday school teachers, but she looked absolutely delectable. She was just like this lady with less mass, but still had mass. And any 14-year-old dream, and she sat in the Raphie's lap. I think she knew what she was doing, John.
There's no question in my mind.
Raphie was probably 5'10" when he was 14, so he was a strapping lad, into sports, taller than her by far. And she said, "Oh, I'll sit in your lap," and then she just sidled into my lap, and I don't think the Raphie's ever been as quiet. Raphie sat there,
sweat dripping off Raphie's forehead.
Raphie just sat there quiet as anything. He legitimately got to hold, a cheek to make sure everything, she was safe and secure. So one hand was on the cheek. One hand was, the left hand was on the cheek. The right hand was on the thick thigh. And Raphie just held it closely and just made sure she was secure. And let's just say that she got one hell of a ride in that bumpy van. And she didn't skip a beat. She was talking to people facing her because she had her feet facing outwards to the kind of, the van, this kind of walkway through the van. So she had her feet that way. So she was sitting sideways on my lap. And that was whew. She didn't complain. She didn't make a murmur. She acted like everything was as per normal, but there was things that were stirring. There was stirring, and she knew there was stirring. And wow, she just gave Raphie one hell of an experience. Just sitting there, just being quiet. Just taking in the moment. So this woman has a special place in my heart. What did I give her? Raphie gave her a B. Should have been a B plus, but there we go. Absolutely fantastic. What did everybody else say? B, A. Yeah. Hold on. A. Aaron Daly didn't vote. I'm going to take that as an A. It's man talk, folks. It's man talk. It's up there on the screen. It is man talk, and this is a big one. This is a big one.
I'm not a fan, Raf.
I put that in there for you, John.
Yeah, but it's not even a proper shelf.
No.
And I think, again, it's because it's not real. And the legs just don't match at all.
Legs don't match at all. Legs don't match.
It's not. It's even like a slope, really.
No, it's different. It's different.
It just looks wrong.
Yeah. So you're giving it a B?
No. It's getting like a D or something.
I'm surprised at you, John. I'd have thought you'd have been all over that like German measles. I thought you'd have been all over that like German measles.
No, so it's like it's not even a shelf; it's a slope that's just so long. It's like actually doing no.
Proportion is a bit mad. C plus. If it was a bit madder, it'd have been a B plus.
Like the overall mass, I could cater for.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
It's the lack of aesthetics that are going on.
Yeah.
Just
the proportions.
Yeah,
proportions are mad. Proportions are mad. The face is actually lovely. Let me see.
Yeah, like to be honest, she's obviously felt under pressure to do this operation, as far as I can tell.
Under pressure? How you work that one out?
Well, maybe she wasn't blessed before she got enhanced.
The face is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, the face is looking good.
She just went and messed it up.
What happened there, though?
Just messed it up. She messed up the bag. She messed up the bag. Looks like she's carrying a carrier bag. Oh God, I've done it again. Messed up again.
She threw you off your game, Raph.
She threw me off my damn game.
There's the other one.
Pressed the wrong button. Oh, there she is. Oh,
ooh.
Okay. Oh, hello.
That's a Raphie one, though.
Hello.
Giving that a C, Raph.
Yeah, I'm giving this a strong B. Strong B. She's middle of the pack. That thing will maintain. That thing will carry her through the years. That thing will maintain. That's going to be there for a long, long time. In good shape. Very maintainable.
Too slopey for me.
Yeah, beautiful slopes. Beautiful slopes like the Alps. She's got slopes better than the Alps. Get your votes in because we're moving. So yeah, I don't need to explain. Nice slopes, very maintainable, nothing extreme, just nice and tidy. That's I should have given that a B plus or something. I hope I did. And then we've done it. Then we're back. Oh, hold on. Will you put one in? Hold on.
Yeah, but it was just more to see how true to your word you are about the importance of shoulder to hip to waist ratio.
Well, let's have a look, see if we can find that. Pretty sure there she is.
There we go.
There she is. Okay, so this is monstrous to me. No disrespect to the lady, but this is just monstrous.
The hip to shoulder to waist ratio.
The hip to shoulder to ratio is good, but she's just monstrous. Monstrous. What is this here? Is this real?
I think it is, yeah. I mean,
what the hell is that? Should there be that on a human body? What the hell is that? Looks like something Ronnie Coleman might have. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Is this the female Ronnie Coleman? No, thank you. No, thank you. Because I hear what you're saying. You're saying, am I going to be true to my word about it? Well, clearly not, because proportionally she looks similar. The similar amount of, but no, this is crazy. There's way too much hip. I mean, if you follow the door frame there, fair enough, it comes out a little bit, but look how far she comes out. If it came out to here, fine, but then she doubles up again. This is crazy, yo. These proportions look disturbing. These proportions look that's monster. It's monster. It's Ronnie Coleman.
Okay,
she's Ronnie Coleman.
Interestingly.
It's scary. It's scary. I'm almost scared.
I wouldn't rule out plastic surgery with her, but I know since this picture was taken, she's actually had the breast reduced. So unfortunately,
I'm not even worried about the breast.
I know you're not.
What the hell is this? I don't know what this is.
I think the only people who are going to be upset about that are Leon Figures and Aaron Daly, to be honest.
Say again?
The people who'd be upset about the breast reduction.
Oh, yeah.
Would be Aaron Daly and Leon Figures.
Yeah. I'm not even concerned with the breast. It's the hip. It's this.
I'm a fan of those sort of hips. I mean, they exist.
What the hell is this? I don't even.
Often you'll find that the young Somali ladies have got hips like that.
This is outrageous. This don't even look.
No, I don't know.
This don't even look like it's supposed to be. What the hell is that? That looks like some kind of mutation. What It looks like some kind of mutation. It's like female Ronnie Coleman. What's going on? What's going on? She looks too hench.
All right then.
She looks too. Oh my gosh. What's going on here? All I know is she's a series of 2-time drug street, a cannon and a ball. How you doing, Fuzzy? Full of plastic. She looks hench. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't even know if that's a place on the human body. What is that? What actually is that? Jesus. What is it? I don't know if that is I don't even think you can call it hips. It's something else. It's like shoulders. She's got Ronnie Coleman shoulders where she should have hips. What the dickens is that? No, man. That's disturbing. Full of plastic.
I'm not so sure, to be honest. Anyway.
Well, see,
I'm not going to say 100% no.
Fury's a 2-time cheat. You really boxing fans undisputed is coming up. Yeah, well, it's man talk right about now, Fuzzy. We done the Rick Glaser earlier on, the first hour, and then the second hour and a bit. It's been man talk. It's the man talk section. It's the man talk section of the show. She's a big girl for sure. Okay. John made a good point. He said, well, he's going to see if I hold up to my word with the proportions. And it's fair enough that what's going on? It's fair enough that she has similar proportions as a girl I mentioned previously, but somehow this is monstrous. So I don't know what's going on, but this is monstrous proportions. Boxing talk finished. Great discussion we had. This is the man talk section. Man talk. Yeah, absolutely monstrous.
Yeah, I do actually know a lady who's got those sort of hips.
Yeah.
But she's more of a ski slope, but there's enough going on that I could get involved with, right?
Yeah, we're here.
It happens.
Yeah. You like this woman anyway, and there's nothing wrong with that. But
well, not here. I'm a fan. Like,
yeah.
I can take this home to meet my mum.
This lady here.
Yeah.
There we go. You like them hench, mate. You like them hench.
No,
you like them bullish. Say again.
Well, some of us are strong enough to tackle them, Raph.
Well, it's not that I'm not strong enough. It's just that, I just rather, you know.
Yeah, I'm worried when they're a bit spindly, I might break them, Raph.
Well, no, I mean, Raphie has great sensitivity.
I don't want to snap a young lady.
Raphie has great sensitivity, and the ones that I go for, they got great core strength. They can manage. They got great core strength. They can manage. I'll build them up slowly over the weeks.
You see, I know no matter how boisterous it gets, I'm going to be cushioned in all directions.
You'll be cushioned, all right. You probably get suffocated, mate.
No. Yeah, that couldn't happen. Right. Whereas that last one, I mean, she's nice. I gave her a B. That is a no-no.
That's a no-no. This was a B, I think. You gave this one a B. I gave it a B. We're just going through memory lane because this Raphie holds this up, shape up as perfection. Sorry?
The peephole's very good.
It's very nice. But Raphie holds this up as perfection for those who are late to the show. As close to perfect as one can get.
The face gets a bit of a downgrade from that picture.
Sorry?
I don't know. I'd like to actually see her not looking at her phone and see what her face is.
No. The face has got nothing to do with this.
I know. I know it hasn't.
We're talking about.
I'm not sure you care.
Well, I do care a lot, but when I say perfection, I'm strictly talking about the below the waist area.
I think the shoulder below is really what you're talking about. You like the whole package below the neck.
Well, it's the shoulder to waist ratio, and then
the stomach,
the shoulders, the widest point of the rear being greater than the shoulder width, and by a certain proportion. With the last one that John gave me, that proportion was too great with her. Too great, way too great.
I think it's actually quite similar to that, Raph.
It's similar, but it didn't work. It was monstrous somehow. Monstrous.
I think it's just too big for you, Raph.
Too big. Similar proportions, but monster. But anyway, this right here, This right here, I'm talking about the shoulder to waist ratio, the shoulder to extreme, from one extremity, this one side of the lower portion to the other, being greater than the shoulder by a certain proportion. I think that's the formula. That's the formula. This is perfection, shape-wise right here. Let's have a look. Let's just roll through this. We've done all of these. Great example around here. Fantastic example. The roundness is impeccable. Bit of a shelf. I don't really go for the shelf, but in this case, I will accept this hybrid. Very impressive. Very impressive. Hybrid. Too big for me, but party popper, yeah, sure thing. But I know this is right up John's alley.
No, I don't even think that's that big, Raph, I'll be honest.
Sorry?
I don't even think it's that big.
That's what I'm saying. Right up your alley. This is just small fry to John. Small fry.
It is really. I'll be honest.
Yeah. And nicely proportioned young lady there.
But, you know, it can still work when the smaller girl.
Oh, there we go.
Lady here.
There we go. Boom. Not for me at all. Not for me.
That's only a B for me, unfortunately. Right?
Yeah, that's B still strong though. B still strong.
Oh no, I'm a fan.
Yeah. That's not for me at all.
There's a few things where I could say could be better. But
Yeah. Still a B for you. Strong. And this is an A for me. Absolutely.
I thought that was a bit flat.
Yeah.
Fascinated by that. So it looked like someone had let the air out of tire.
Yeah. You think this is flat?
Yeah.
Well, I think most people rank this very, very highly, myself included. Now this is flat.
That's a monstrosity.
Now this is flat. There we go.
But I mean, I gave the one I just said I thought was a bit flat a B.
Oh, so she's flat and a B. How does that work?
No, go back.
Yeah. How can she be flat and be a B?
Well, because she's still got at the bottom where the glute ham tie-in exists. There's still plenty to play with. Yeah. This is so lack of shelf is very evident.
Yeah,
which kind of catches it up with the glute ham tie-in.
Yeah,
and there is ample there. So it's kind of I gave it a B on overall merits, but yeah, it's not even close to perfection. I prefer the other B.
Not close to perfection. This is almost
the previous lady. I don't even know what you scored. I prefer that to this.
Yeah. What did you say?
So I scored. Go back to the other one. 2 slides back. I scored her a B as well, but I mean, I'd prefer the other one to this. This is a borderline C. It's like a B minus, and the other one's a B plus.
This is, you gave it a B. I gave it an A. You gave it a B. I gave it an A. Absolute perfection. I'm not talking about the shelves, talking about the ski slope, and this is it. The epitome of the ski slope is right here. That's beautiful. Let us keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. And this is perfection also.
That's a no score.
Absolutely incredible proportions. Incredible proportions. That's perfection right there. Perfection right there. Perfection right there. Beautiful. Got to give it an A. What did you give it? Huh?
A no score.
No score. No score.
It's the front view. I can't score the backside based on the front.
Yeah. I can figure it out. And
that's a very strong B.
Yeah, I gave us a B2. I think a B plus. Very impressive. The athletic upper body, and the powerhouse rounder than I normally would prefer, but it works. It works.
Yeah, I mean that's just excellent.
Excellent, marvelous.
I could even upgrade it to an A.
Yeah.
I've got that as a C. I mean,
yeah. But this one, this is a strong B plus for me. Combination of the lovely,
going on.
yeah, the lovely shoulder to waist ratio is pretty good. Pretty good, I think. Well, we can't really see for sure, but pretty good. The waistline.
Waist is good.
Waist is marvelous, giving her that little wasp thing going on. Absolutely marvelous, absolutely splendid. I gave that a B plus, her a B plus. This was one for John.
Gave it an A. Quite happy with that.
Yes. John gave her an A. Good selection of picks. Great variation.
It's been a very educational course.
It's been brilliant. It's been absolutely brilliant. It's been brilliant. Let's keep it moving. I think I gave this lady a C. Too big for me. Right up John's alley.
Yeah, that's nice.
But yeah, I'd dance with the lady. You know, I'd hold her.
Like you can at least see here there's some ratios that are good, right?
Yeah. It's too much for me. Too much.
Yeah, we know. You know, you're on a diet.
I don't have to deal with all that. I don't have to deal with all that. That's too much to deal with. You know, we need Jane to be fit. She's gonna have to run, hop, skip, and jump, and she don't want to be carrying all around this junk in her trunk. But
if she can and it bounces, Raph.
Well, we don't want bouncing in the jungle. We don't want too much bouncing in the jungle. We want it manageable. Manageable.
That's a straight E.
That's monstrosity. This is fantastic.
That was an A.
Fantastic.
I think that was a hybrid, bro.
Yeah, hybrid. Gave her a B or a B plus. That's too much, but dang, marvelously formed. And
that's a no.
Thought I put this in for John, but he didn't appreciate it.
You can't trick me with these BBLs,
right? It's just too good. It's a shame.
3 booby traps in here. Intended for me.
Oh God, I messed it up again.
There's the other booby trap. Yeah.
It's when I try to resize or reshape it, then it just there we go. Can't resize or reshape too much, but her face is gorgeous.
Even the shelf is like a really long slope.
It's a shame because she's got a really gorgeous face, and before she messed herself up, I hope she can get it adjusted. The rest of her looks fine. All she got to do is work out, get the legs right, and she'll be good. Just get rid of that, whatever they got pumped up in there. Get rid of that, and you'll be good. Get rid of that, and you will be good. And I think we've pretty much gone through all of the pictures. Let me make sure. Oh, this was maintenance lady. This lady can maintain for many, many years. That's maintainable. Yeah. That ain't going to go nowhere. You know?
It's too flat. Well, it's already flopped.
It ain't flopped. Where's it flopped?
Yeah, there's no shelf, Raph.
No. There's the perfect curvature down here.
If we want to get technical, you know.
Yeah.
The shelf is created by the glute medius.
Yeah.
And the glute ham tie-in is really the maximus.
Right.
So there's a lack of medius going on there.
Yeah, and that makes it perfect.
For you, yeah. But
perfectly beautiful. Perfectly beautiful.
For purposes, the glute medius is a very important muscle. Right?
I don't think this lady's lacking anything in athleticism. She's not lacking anything in athleticism. Get one of them big birds that you like, put them in a competition, man. This girl's smoke. Them big girls. So I don't know what you're talking about lacking. I don't know if she's lacking anything.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
The Powerhouse Hybrid smokes her.
What?
The Powerhouse Hybrid.
Yeah.
Is who I'm putting into this athletic competition.
Hold on a second. Which one's the power? Oh, the monster. Yeah. The monster.
No, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yes. Go back. Yeah, that one. She smokes the maintenance lady.
What physical? What in appearance wise or athletically?
Athletically.
No chance.
We're having a squatting competition. The money's on
No
that.
chance. I mean, squat. Oh, we're talking specifically squats. Hey, maybe, but overall.
Oh, what about sprinting?
Overall, I don't know about that. That's
That's a
she's
powerhouse going on.
She's got some junk in her trunk, mate. She's good.
Look
She's
at
good.
Look
She's
at
good. She might be okay.
the
Might be okay, but over here there is no waste. There's no bobbing and flopping around. There's no waste. This one,
But that's an engine, Raph.
you get a bit of a flop there. I mean, she's great.
Output.
She's great.
Power output.
Yeah.
What sprinting is
But
about.
she's a hybrid though. She's a hybrid. We need to go to one of your shelf girls. Now, here's one of your shelf girls. Now put this girl athletically against my girl here. And I'm sorry, your girl's getting smoked.
No, that is the difference between riding in a Ferrari and riding in a Vogue. I mean, one's a luxury ride.
What?
Well, she's the Ferrari.
Who?
This one.
Yeah.
And
so,
mine is the Vogue.
The Ferrari. Oh no, well I'll correct that. It's the Ferrari versus the boat. It's the Ferrari versus the boat, not the Vogue. The boat.
It's a Vogue.
It's a boat. It's not a Vogue. It's a boat.
It's a comfort ride.
It's hell of a, it's a wobbly ride and all. I tell you that much. So this comes down to it. In all seriousness, the athleticism. Now take this. Take the ski slope. Hold on, let me check people.
But out of all of them, yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm saying you take the average one of mine, which is this. No, not that one. Even that's a hybrid, so I won't say that. No,
that's
no. And then this. So I've got two.
Okay, that one there. That's my most athletically gifted.
That one's your most athletic, but I'll go with 3, 4. Well, no, I'm going to take this one out because it's not strictly my slope. It's a hybrid. So I'm going to take that one out.
Definite.
So I'll go 3. I think no, this is 3. No. 4. Even that one, she's on the heavier side.
She's on the definite heavy side.
So this is one of yours, but it's still okay. So that's one of yours. So this is a hybrid. So I'm not going to count mine.
That's also an athletic one as well.
Yes, that's an athletic one, but she's a hybrid. She's a hybrid though. She's a hybrid, so she's not yours or mine. She's a hybrid.
Okay, is that where we're putting it?
Yeah, and then this one is definitely mine. This one's mine, but you like her as well. Now this one's yours. Oh God, and the Ronnie Coleman of this thing. Okay, and you didn't want to claim. You didn't want to claim that one.
What do you mean? Didn't want to claim that? That's
okay. So
you put in.
Okay, so boom, that's yours. The Ronnie Coleman's yours. 1.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Can't claim her because she's a hybrid. Or maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe you can. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if it was up to me, I'm a big fan of her.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hers, but she's not really one of mine. She's not really one of yours. You admitted that.
I'm comfortable with that, Raph. If we're going to just go for the bigger ladies that are on my selection, then
let's go for the bigger ladies. That's 2.
Your smaller ladies will be. Yeah, she's one of mine though.
That's okay, and this is one of yours as well.
Oh yeah, that's 100% one of mine. Yeah.
So this is one of mine. Your ladies are bigger and less athletic than mine. That's another one. That's another one of yours. Your ladies are the power athletes. Mine are just more athletic overall, and I think that sums it up. That's what I like. That's what I like. This one.
See, that's an A as well for me.
Yeah, this one's tricky because she could be athletic. She's just carrying a lot of junk in her trunk, but she still looks great. But you can see with less junk, she would be athletic, but that's going to hold her back in athletic pursuits. Looks great, but that's just a lot to carry.
Yeah.
So mine is just. I think the thing is, yours are built for comfort. Mine
that's what I was saying. Mine are yours are Ferraris.
Yours are what?
Vogues built for comfort.
Okay.
Built for speed.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with that. But Ferrari not practical enough. I'll go with the Lamborghini Urus. It's a sports vehicle, sports performance. but it's also multi-purpose. And I think my gals, they're just multifunctional. You can, all-terrain vehicles.
It might be a bit lightweight for some of the heavy duty work though.
Lightweight for they got the better pound for pound is stronger than your girls. They're lighter, but they're more powerful.
Probably. I mean, the tendency with relative strength is it goes up the lighter you get anyway.
Yeah. Pound for pound, they're not to be underestimated, John. Don't underestimate.
Like, obviously, the heavyweight division's a top division for a reason, right?
Oh, well, you've got the heavyweights. I ain't quibbling with you on that. I ain't gonna quibble on that.
She's a heavyweight with a ski slope. That last one.
Yeah. What? She's the.
Not her. Not her. Keep going back. Not her. That one. That's a heavyweight with a ski slope.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's incredible. That's incredible. Did I tell you she reminds? Is this the one I picked out that reminds me of my Sunday school teacher?
No.
It wasn't this one.
No,
because she looked. She fits that category too.
That was
this
a
one?
Sunday school teacher. Yeah.
Oh, well, they look very similar. Hold on.
No, there's a big roundness difference. That's a lot flatter.
This isn't flatter. It's less volume. It's not
whichever one you want to say.
Yeah, less volume.
Keep going. There's a shelf there.
It ain't flat.
There's a shelf there.
There is.
That has a shelf.
There is somewhat of a shelf and somewhat of a slope, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I think this is the point where we kind of meet.
I'm saying this one, I gave that an A.
I pulled up the bloody picture, mate. I pulled up the bloody picture. So yeah.
Well, you didn't want to give her an A, Raph. Why is that?
I gave her. Well, it was too much, but I still rate her highly.
She's in the heavyweight category.
I still. Well, she's short though, so I don't know. She might be a middleweight. She might actually be a middleweight. She looks heavyweight.
Like Tyson of the heavyweights, right?
Well, she. Well, yeah. I suppose she probably has to go into the. She's definitely got heavyweight below the waist, so
It's just the Mike Tyson.
Yeah, well, she's the hybrid. I think she's the one.
And like Mike, she was very excited.
She was very excited. Is she excited?
Exciting.
Oh, okay. Well, tell you what, if she sat on my lap like my Sunday school teacher did at that time, she'd also be excited. Okay, but we've done it. She's the hybrid. I think she's the lady that got some of the highest votes. I think but no. The one who got the highest votes, the one who got the highest number average was this lady. I think I gave her an A. I think somebody, and then she got around. The lowest she got was a B.
That was me.
Okay, there we go. The lowest this lady got was a B. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner of the Man Talk section of the show. I think that was rather enjoyable, John.
I mean, I could actually see this becoming a whole pageant and an event. There's got to be scope for this.
Yeah. Should be a pageant. Should be an event.
The sort of,
the yearly who will win the Man Talk section of the show this year.
Maybe you should do it on a monthly basis, Raph, and then have a annual winner. You can crown a queen.
Might actually do that. Okay, folks. I think we know what the different varieties of cheeks are. We know the different varieties. We've gone through a few. We've gone through the heavyweight powerhouses. We've gone through the middleweights. We've gone through
and styles, Raph. Ski slope versus shelf versus
ski slope versus shelf versus what?
BBL.
Yeah. BBL. You've had some, the wasp. The wasp, that's a great example of the wasp shape, the slim waist. Another relatively slim waist. That was a bit too much for me. This, quite an enchanting lady, I must confess, but maybe the face as well plays a part. Very attractive lady there, but just too much going on downstairs. And this was what started it. This was the picture that John sent me that started, violently opposed to this much ass. With don't match the thighs. Sorry, don't match the thighs.
There's some quad sweep going on there, right?
Well, overall, the thickness of the leg, no, too much ass for the thickness of the leg. Too much ass for the thickness of the leg. Now look here. There's an ample amount of ass, yes, but look how thick the legs are. It's ample.
Yeah, but the ass could do having a bit more there.
Well, maybe, but no, inappropriate, highly inappropriate. Highly inappropriate.
Why you find it so upsetting?
Well, I'm not upset. I'm just saying it's inappropriate. It's just wrong.
The other A.
Wrong.
The other A.
Yeah.
My list there.
Yeah.
Lady in the blue jeans and the sort of very bright. I don't know if it's like green or yellow top.
Yeah.
That was about the same amount of asses though.
The other A.
You didn't quite get as offended. This one here. This one.
Well, there's a big difference between this and
I don't think there's as much.
The one that you posted. Look at this.
The one that I've posted.
It's absurd.
I don't know that there is as much difference, to be honest.
There's a massive amount of difference. There's no way that this lady sticks out.
There's a lot of stuff going on
per inch of thigh. There's just way more protuberance in the other one. At least this one's got the support of the thigh, the thicker thigh. So it balances out.
Thicker thigh.
It's a thicker thigh, so there's a different balance.
But it's not the sort of skinny thighs that we're seeing on the.
No, it's not super skinny thighs. But it's still too much ass for the thigh.
Okay, well, if that's your stance, I respect that. But I don't understand why it makes you angry.
I'm not angry. I'm just animated. There is a difference. Now this here. Now this here. Now this, you see, there is ass, which is the outer limits for me, but she has the thighs to support it. There is a correlation.
I'm giving that a B. It's acceptable. It's just a bit on the small side.
This is on the small side.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, there you have it.
But that downgrades it to a B.
No, that's an A all the way. And there you have it. Great show as per usual. Yeah, and I did enjoy it. I did enjoy thrashing out this getting to the point of understanding where we know what we're talking about when we're talking about what we're talking about. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You follow that, people. Okay. What do you say? John D. Lee, your final words, please.
Thanks for having me, Raph. It's been very educational. And I think you spoiled the people a little bit with that one as well.
I think we might have spoiled them. But that was the John D. Lee. And yeah, we did it. We brought it home for the people. And we thrashed it out. We found out who won the Battle of the Bombs. It's Battle of the Bombs, people. Where are we? And I think we found a winner. Could have been her. She was perfection. But there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think this lady, this was perfection to me. But this lady got the overall highest marks. And the lowest she got was a B. Raphie's choice. It's Raphie's choice. There you go. There you have it. That was Ask Rick, the first part of it. That's the boxing talk. And then we had the man talk. It was very enjoyable. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like. It's the subscribe. It's the comments. It's the shares. And it is the hitting the bell icon. Stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the live show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to check out the videos. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the Boxing Talk with Raphie. It's the Ask Rick. It's the original wrap-up show. And of course, it's the Man Talk. And probably do another show later on in the week. But for now, it's the only thing left for me to say is blessed.